Welcome to the Hawks Nest live stream show. My name is Brandon Kane, and I do appreciate you for tuning on in here on a early Sunday game, 10 a.m. Our Hawks on the road. Thank you for watching and checking out the channel. I really do appreciate it. Our Seattle Seahawks come off the bye after a 3-game winning streak, riding high, getting a little bit maybe closer to full health. But there will be a very strong test today as we go out into Cincinnati and a tough Bengal team that's been one of the best out of the NFC over the past couple of years, especially with Joe Burrow seemingly rounding back into full shape. You know, he's seemingly really, really close to full health, if not already there. Can't count on that aspect of things in order to pull this one through. We're going to have to just do it dirty and straightforward, right on the road. This team has been very good under Coach Carroll in 10 a.m. games as of recent. So we'll see if that can continue. But I'm expecting a tough test, hopefully a really good game. And I hope you guys are ready here for the scintillating play-by-play throughout the course of the game. Free Truth, how you doing? It's good to see you. Let me give a quick little hellos to you guys. We got 5 minutes before the start of the game here. Ski Nation, how's it going? Snail, what's up? Megan Gok Roger, hello, hello. My brother's in the house. What's up, Rob? What's up, Rob? Sean Lee says, great Huskies win yesterday. Now it's time for our Hawks. Man, one of the funnest Husky games I think I've ever saw yesterday. I mean, that was just, that was bite your nails, edge of your seat kind of action right there. Even more Seahawks. No Ben Brown. We're moving Phil to left guard and Anthony Bradford to right guard. It was just announced. There we go. That was what I was thinking would be the best, that was what I was thinking would be the best iteration of the lineup. I still do kind of feel like Phil Haynes' best position is probably left guard. James, let's go, man. Dairy Free Virgo says, I like getting Bradford more experience, but I feel Olu at center and Evan Brown at left guard would have been better as far as pass blocking goes. Probably would have been Dairy. I think that they did it as much with keeping Evan Brown there, probably as much for like the line calls and getting everybody set up, and that's kind of typically what you ask the center to do if you move him to left guard. Now it kind of falls a little more on Olu, I think, to pull that off as a rookie. But I would have been happy with either way. I like Gavin Haynes over left guard. It's going to be interesting to watch him play over there to see if maybe that's his best start. Flag, what's up, man? Brian Myers, hello. It's good to see you guys this morning and girls. Billy Hodges, greeting from soggy England. Go Hawks. Yeah, we've been fighting off the fall here. It's been some wet days, but we've actually had some warmth here. The last little flash, I guess, before winter. Flash of summer before winter. But hopefully you're staying relatively dry and warm out there in England. But thank you for checking out the show and the channel from there. Hopefully our Hawks can reward us a nice little win today. Free True says, excellent day. U12s, you were holding strong. Excellent day is right. Jeffrey Thistle in the house. What's up, Jeffrey? Motive, hello. Person, what's up? How you doing? Billy says, been up since 4 a.m. to work today. Hopefully the Seahawks will conquer the Bengals. Hopefully so. Hopefully so. Rob says, did you see the Debo starting some pregame stuff with the Browns? I saw the Browns and the Niners kind of getting into a little bit there before the game. That was interesting. Niners are feeling themselves, Can't hurt them for, hate on them for that. I probably would be too if I was riding kind of as high as they are. But yeah, I did see it's getting a little. You wouldn't think that would be, Rob, the most normal of rivalry kind of games. D-Mac in the house. What's up, D-Mac? How you doing, man? Good to see you, Brody. Jeffrey, what's my coffee brand, Brando? I've been leaning towards a Pike Place breakfast mix. I'm usually a medium roast kind of guy, and I haven't always liked Pike Place in the past, but this one at the store I've been kind of going to more often than not. It's been working for me. It's been real good. Taker610, thank you for the $2 donation. Just getting a start off right on the dono front, brother. Appreciate you. It says, Russ trade becoming an all-time worst for Denver. I think it's certainly going to be, there'll be a certainly strong debate on this, when it's all said and done about what was the worst or what it was. But I think that it's a little bit like, for me, Taker610, like all-time historic defenses. There's probably been about 4 or 5 all-time historic defenses, and we know that we are on that list. We can debate and argue about where number 1 stands, but we are all on that list, being our Legion of Boom team. That they have a spot to reside there. I feel the same way about this trade, where it is certainly one of the worst in NFL history, and I don't know if it beats out the Cowboys-Vikings deal. I think for me, Taker 610, some of that's determined by what Seattle does with the resources they've been given, but by just the nature and the amount of resources given here to make this deal happen, it's certainly right in line with that Cowboys deal. And the Broncos are pretty much getting less than nothing out of it on the other side of it. And boy, Russ just had a real easy. He's actually played pretty decent this year, but just had a rough game this last one and just looked kind of out of sorts. And Payton's doing him no favors with the play calling, 0 favors with the play calling. But yeah, thank you though, Taker. Appreciate you. And well said, man. Definitely think it is one of the worst. It is one of the worst. Bengals fans still slowly trickling into the stadium there. They got a lot of empty seats. Probably just people getting in late. I didn't know there's traffic problems in Cincy. MJ Seahawk, thank you for that $10 donation. I do appreciate that, MJ Seahawk, so very much, man. He says, let's go Hawks. Let's beat the Bengals. JSN with a huge game today. I love it, man. He is ready to break out. I really do believe that as well. I think people are... I got to give Hawk fans credit. Everyone's kind of understanding, I think, in interactions on that what's the reason here and why things have been a little bit slow for him to kind of turn forward. And I do think it's going to happen, though, MJ Seahawk. And the team's got ultimate confidence here. It's just, it is a matter of time. It's just a matter of things just kind of fully rolling with the offense where you're not hindered or held back by injury or anything like that. But he's ready to roll. And boy, you get a win against this Bengals team today on the road in Cincy like this. It's going to have a lot more people talking about this Seahawks team is one that they got to start taking a lot more seriously, you know. And that would be cool in that boat. Plus, we got to get that room for air, man. Schedule as it gets down the mark, man. That's going to get tough down the line. We got a Ravens one today. We're going to be facing them a few weeks down. It's going to get tough. But I love it, MJ Seahawk. Let's go Hawks. And JSN today, it's your time to hunt. It's your time to eat. Appreciate you, MJ. Very kind of you, man. Brian, good morning. Good morning. Sweet t-shirt. Thank you, man. Hawk Nation. Got to represent. I'm going to have to get a Hawk Worldwide here for all of our international folks here. I got to get one with a globe with the H Hawk World written into it. Got to get it changed. Devin Bush, a healthy scratch. Yep. They're going to go a little bit, I think, heavier to probably like offensive linemen. Megan says, Pike Place roast for me, the win bee, my favorite. I'm liking it. The breakfast roast for me is just pretty nice. They're doing the flyover with the helicopters today, huh? Okay. All 4. That probably cost taxpayers about $1.5 million. Jeffrey, the Cowboys trade was still the worst in history because they got 3 Super Bowls off it. That's where I think that the factor's got to be into play, like you say, Jeffrey. It is 2 different things. It's both the assets given and then what you've done with those assets that help to determine to me whether it will reach that place as far as hitting the Cowboys. And the Cowboys with theirs did turn it into a dynasty. And that's kind of the competition for us with this trade. That's at least just the way I look at it. I know others might look at it a little bit different in their view of it. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. So Steve Smith is retired and still the GOAT. Snail referencing Steve Smith having a really funny soundbite about Jerry Jeudy the other day. I like the creative way that he utilized there to sort of, give him a hard time. And yep, still the GOAT. It shows you one of my favorite receivers ever is Steve Smith. Just that level of competition. I'm not going to take nothing from nobody. I mean, that's who he was on the football field, too. And at 5'9", it just, he's the essence of the ones where they say it's not the size of the dog, it's the size of the fight in the dog. A lot of fight in that dog. Huh, Snail? Wicked says, when will the Niners fall out of favor with the football gods? I don't know. They seem to be the apple of their eye at the moment. So, I don't know. Michael Carasino says, what was the Cowboys deal? You mean why'd they lose? Oh, the Cowboys deal. Oh, it was so let's see here. You got to the Cowboys, they got Jesse Solomon, David Howard, Isaac Holden, Alex Stewart were 4 players. None of them great, but I think useful. They got Minnesota's first-round pick for 3 years, Minnesota's second-round pick, a third-round pick later on, and a sixth-round pick. Dallas had to give back collectively a third-round pick and 2 third-round picks. So there's a little bit of offset there going on. But I think that probably still does slightly maybe nip, just a little bit, nip our trade by a bit. Garth Knight, thank you for the $5 donation. He's going to start us off great here just before we're going to get to a start with the Hawks receiving the football to begin things. He says, I just got here. Has Sector 7 declared whether he can feel a W in his bones? I haven't seen Spectre yet. It'd be nice if we got the confirmation from Spectre on a win here before the game starts, that he's got that feeling in his bones. I'm not sure, though. We got the kickoff here by the Bengals here. DJ Dallas is going to let this float through the back of the end zone, and the Seahawks will take over at the 25. Thank you, Garth, for the $5 donation. I appreciate you, brother, and it is good to see you in the house. Ron says, get it done. Get it done. Gerard says, more Bobo, please. Probably a little bit of Bobo today. Get a little bit of Bobo. Robert, 1.5 million advertising. Yeah, exactly, I guess. Like all 4 helicopters, one wouldn't have done. You need the 4 to really get the feel of the brilliance. All right, here's Geno Smith starting out in shotgun for the Seattle Seahawks. 2 tight end look for them to begin things here. Geno dropping back to Thraus. Quick little throw inside to Tyler Lockett. He makes the catch and is spun down there after about 11-yard gain. Tight little throw into a tight little window there for Geno. Seahawks starting left cross. Phil Haynes at left guard, Brown at center, Anthony Bradford at right guard, and Jake Curhan at right tackle. Of course, you got Fant, Walker, Metcalf, Jackson Smith, and Lockett on the outside. 1st and 10 here. Nice little carry there by Kenneth Walker. He'll take that for 9 on a little off-tackle run. 2nd down and about 1 here. Bengals countering with Trey Hendrickson, B.J. Hill, D.J. Reader, and Sam Hubbard are on the defensive line for them. Logan Wilson, Jermaine Pratt, their 2 linebackers. Cam Taylor, Britt, Uzier, their corners. Mike Hilton is their slot. And they flashed too fast before I got the rest of them out here. All right, here we go. 2nd and 1, Geno. 3-man backfield here in shotgun. The give is going to be to Charbazard. He's going to take the ball, and he is going to get the first down, but not a whole lot more, about a gain of 2. Another first down here on this drive for the Seahawks. Let me get the thing up here for you guys. Geno back in shotgun. Charbazard to his left, Parkinson to his right. Charbonnet wheels back around, play action. Nice little creative play there out to Walker. He is able to keep his feet in bounds and get up the football field for a gain of 12. Nice little drive here by the Hawks. A lot of misdirection there. Starting one way, looking to go another way, and then coming back the other way sort of thing. Bengals were bringing a blitz there. Good job by Geno to get that ball off without Hilton being able to hit the ball and knock it down. And Walker tiptoeing down the sideline, staying in bounds there to elongate that play and get a first down. 1st and 10, Hawks on the 38-yard line of the Bengals. 3 first downs to begin this drive. Pitch play out to Walker. Penetration in the backfield quickly, and he is going to get swallowed up. Very quick penetration in the backfield by Trey Hendrickson there. Hendrickson was matched up on Curhan. Curhan kind of like a tight end there almost. How they had him lined up. Hendrickson's he's been difficult to deal with since coming over the Bengals from the Saints. 2nd and 13 for the Seahawks. Geno back in shotgun. It's going to drop back to pass. Let's rip out over there to Noah Fant. Completes the ball. Be a gain of about 7. It's going to be 3rd down and makeable. Third down and 4. 11:36 to go in the first quarter. Seahawks on their opening drive. Bengals showing a pressure-based look here. A lot of guys floating around the line of scrimmage. Geno just gets the ball off. Ball's completed into Jackson Smith-Njigba for a first down. There we go. Rookie getting a little bit of run. Another tight window of throw there for Geno Smith. He had to squeeze that into a very, very, very small window. But able to do so, being decisive and quick with his decision-making. Good grab there by Jackson. 1st and 10 for the Seattle Seahawks. Geno back under center now. Lockett goes in motion. Dropping back to throw. He'll whip this out to Tyler. Gain of about 4 or 5 yards. 2nd down, just on a little stop route to Tyler Lockett on the outside. Geno 5 of 5, 51 yards on this opening drive. 2nd down and 5. 10 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Geno in shotgun. Parkinson going in motion pre-snap here. The give is going to be inside here to Walker. He dances back across the formation, and he's going to just barely get past the first down marker. Creative little run there by Walker. It was starting out to his left. He brought it all the way back to his right and was able to find a hole. They wanted to take this to the left. I don't think this was a counter. He just had a guy, yeah, see, he felt the safety counter. Hilton, the slot was coming down free off that left side. Walker felt it and then motored back to the right side and found a hole. 1st down and goal now from the 9-yard line for the Seattle Seahawks. 3 wide receiver look here on 1st down. The give is going to be back into Walker. He's going to take it and slam it up into the middle of the hole there and get a nice little 5 or 6 yard gain on that run. Walker looking good here early. 2nd down and goal. Hawks are going to run a little bit of hurry up. This drive's already consumed over 6 minutes of the clock here to begin things. Geno, play action pass. And we're going to have a penalty flag. Throw into Tyler Lockett, and there's a pass interference by the corner there. It looked like he was messing with Lockett there before the throw. It had both of his hands on him, so it looks like to me a good call here on the Bengals. And this will put the ball down at the 1-yard line. Another one of these short throws like we've seen on the drive, a few of these little just kind of stop route throws. And Tyler, he gets his hand first kind of draped around him and never takes the draping off. And it's hard to hide it when you got them white gloves that are, you can see it just draped around him there. 1st down and goal. Seahawks with trips to the far side of the field. Bobo going in motion. The give is going to be right back. Walker, who's going to go right behind Jake Bobo for a touchdown, Seahawks. Let's go. Nothing too fancy there, just right up the middle. And Bobo, how about him leading up like a fullback there into the hole? I don't know if they needed him to do it, but he was there to do it if they needed for the help. That looked like that was opened up already just naturally. Get a little Seahawk. Great start there. That's what we call an ideal first drive on the road. Huh? Magnificent opening drive there. Geno, 5 of 5, 51 yards. Walker, 5 carries, 19 yards. Balance. Geno worked it to 4 different guys there on that drive. Very, 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 very nice. Fleece, yeah, Higgins is supposed to be playing, according to what I've heard. Yeah, they went, Hawks fan, they went right over Bradford's side on that run. We've seen them do that at goal line a couple times, but if they need a yard at the goal line and Bradford's in there, they're going over the top of him. JSN got a little love in there too. He did indeed. Did indeed. Get him warmed up maybe a little bit here. Thank you, Brian, for mentioning that. Please do hit that like button if you do like what you're listening to. Jordan, thank you for the $2 donation. I do appreciate it, man. He says the offense is humming. They came off the bye with a plan here. I mean, that's kind of did a variety of different things there. Some post-snap motion, the mix of the run and pass, keeping Bengals off guard on that drive. I think that's a little bit of what you'd like to ideally do to them today, not just in the result, but in the ability to keep that balance and effectiveness leading to going to kind of both. Well, I'd love to see, too, there that I think at times we've gotten into the red zone here this year, and we started to fall a little bit too much in love with throwing the ball as opposed to just run it. You've got 2 backs that can get the job done in there. Just, hammer it on in there and make it go. And it seemed like in that drive down the goal line, Waldron was going, okay, maybe some pre-scouting valid what he'd done here prior. Like, all right, I'm just going to run this ball, Thank you, though, Jordan. I appreciate that donation. Mark Hoppercorn, how you doing? Good to see you, buddy. And yes, do please hit that like button if you guys like what you're listening to today. It's the Seahawk thing to do. Let's see what the Seahawks defense got now here as maybe an answer. Nice return here by the Bengal returner up to the 32-yard line, where the Bengals will take over with 8:32 to go here in the first quarter. Morgan says Bobo's a problem when he blocks. Love that formation. I do too. I like the Bobo leading like that. That's nice. More of that. More of that. Seahawks have a player they're trying to figure out, I think, for some concussion thing here. I can't see who it is. Julian Love. It's kind of scary there. Hopefully he's okay. Doesn't look like he's going to the tent. They're going to talk to him. 1st and 10. Burrow and shotgun here to start things off. 4 wide. Typical Bengals. Seahawks showing a kind of cover 3 look here to begin things. Hand off inside to Mixon. He's going to get pulled down by Jamal Adams for a gain of about 4.5. Second and 5 here for the Bengals. Lando Brown, Bolson, Karras, Kappa, and Jonah Williams is the right tackle. Mixon, Herb Smith tight end, Jamar Chase, Tyler Bowden, T. Higgins is indeed starting this game. Bengals on the 35-yard line, 2nd and 5. Seahawks bringing a blitz. Spoon's there, and he knocks that ball down as he's coming on the blitz like a blur. Able to get back there so quickly, Burrow couldn't throw over the top of him, and he knocked it down. 3rd down and 5. Seahawks dialing up some pressure here early on. There we go. The rook showing that he can do that type of stuff very well. Burrow back and shotgun. Seahawks got a press look here across the board except for the slot. And they're showing a blitz. They bring the blitz. Burrow throws it outside and completes it to Joe Mixon. Mixon makes the catch and gets upfield for about a gain of 8 yards to the 50-yard line there. Burrow recognized the blitz, hit the hot route there, the flat, running back in the flat. Interesting to bring it on kind of a 3rd and 3. I think Adams was trying to point to get Trey Brown to take the back too, and I think Trey Brown was a little late getting over there. 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line of the Bengals. Burrow back and shotgun again. Give is into Joe Mixon here. He's got another gain of about 4 yards there, but before he's taken down by Draymond Jones and Jaron Reed. Second and 7. Burrow back to throw. Quick little pass underneath here. Caught and pulled down to the ground really quickly is Irv Smith, but it will be a gain of about 5 yards. This will bring up another 3rd and short for the Bengals. $6:30 to go here in the first quarter. 3rd and 2. Bengal. Burrow. Shotgun. Seahawks in press again, showing a blitz. Bringing the blitz, 5-man with Jordan Brooks. Throw outside. Ball's dropped by Mixon. Burrow went to his hot again, and Mixon dropped it. Just a pure drop there. I wouldn't be surprised. The Bengals tend to probably go for this. Started looking at where he was going to run before he made the catch. Jamal Adams coming up. Probably thinking a little bit about Jamal coming up and laying a hit. 4th down and 2 now for the Bengals. Burrow back in shotgun. Seahawks, a lot of men near the line of scrimmage. And we got false start potentially or offsides. One of the two can't tell. And they're going to get the Seahawks for offsides and a 1st down there. Tough. Jaron Reed jumped off. Burrow back in shotgun. 1st and 10. From the 41-yard line of the Seahawks, 42. He's going to look and find a man over the middle for a 9-yard gain, Tyler Boyd. Bengals matching the Seahawks drive here early on. A little crossing route there from the Bengals to Boyd. Short drag route or a crosser. Second down and 1 for the Bengals. Pressure, pressure, pressure. And able to get out over to Jamar Chase's Burrow there with pressure in his face for a 1st down. First and 10 from the Seahawks 30-yard line. Burrow back in shotgun. It's going to be a screen call here. Jamal Adams has got it snuffed out, and it'll be about a gain of 4. Nice job by Jamal. Good morning, Brian. It's good to see you, man. Nickname Caspoon. I'll put it on the list, man. And we'll be doing that poll tonight, post-game for sure. All right, 2nd and 5 here for the Bengals. Burrow, empty look here, 5 wide. Drop back to throw. Able to complete this. Jamal Adams gets the tackle, and they're going to give him a good spot on that one. Looks like a first down. Caspoon, I'll add it to the list, though, man. I'll get Caspoon added. Caspoon. There we go. That was a very healthy spot by the official. Yeah, that's probably right. 1st and 10. Bengals matching the Hawks drive here step for step. 2 rushes, 8 passes. Another little quick throw inside, completed for 9 yards. R. Sanchez, thank you for the 12 months as a Hawks Nest Ring of Honor. I appreciate that. It says, put Lock in at nickel. He's got a bum ankle this week, Sanchez. They would do so otherwise. He's got a dodgy ankle. All right, 2nd and 1 here for the Bengals. 3 wide receivers to the far side of the field. Burrow back in shotgun. Another little bubble screen out wide here. That's going to be completed for a first down. They're just doing so much damage on first down that they're really getting themselves into just makeable situations on 2nd and 3rd on this opening drive. 2:47 to go. Burrow back in shotgun now. Dropping back to throw. He's going to find a man wide open there. Tyler Boyd, and that's going to be a touchdown. Not a lot of very tight coverage there to begin things here on that first drive by the Seattle Seahawks. And the Bengals match their touchdown note for note there. Seahawks playing a zone defense there at the goal line. You can see on that play that Tariq Woolen, who initially out the snap rather than staying with the man, he drops into cover 3. So he drops into sort of a half-bailed depth point and then reacts once the guy cuts inside. But the benefits of running maybe man versus running zone down there at the goal line is that you can have him on that guy right off the snap. And yeah, the fourth down penalty by Jaron Reed there looms huge. Seahawks coming into this game, the 2nd most penalized team in the entire NFL. And there's moments that's going to cost you for that. If you're that way. Bear with me 1 sec, folks. Yeah, defense had a tough drive on that one. Burrow's pretty good, though. He's going to do that a lot of teams. See if they can find some adjustments. Yeah, it's one drive, folks. I do see some folks in the comments freaking out a little bit. It's like it's just one drive. We're on the road. It's let's give the game some time to kind of unfold a little bit here. You didn't make it easy on him. You didn't let him just throw a bomb. It took him 13 plays to get up the field. Well, let's see if the defense doesn't have some answers as we go forward today. The kick's going to go through the back of the end zone, and this will bring it out to the 25-yard line. That's some hot coffee. First and 10. Bengals show a little bit of a press look here. Cover 3 kind of look. That ball is going to be ripped free. A deep ball out there to DK. Torn out by Taylor Britt. Nice coverage on his part. I like to try to get out there, DK there. Boy, looked like he had the catch for a second there, but just a good job of getting his arm in there to pull it out, did Britt. Kind of lucky, just stuck his arm back there to pull it out, just sort of flailing his arm and caught it in there inside of Metcalf's arm to pull it out and wrench it free. Second down and 10. Geno back in shotgun. Charbonnet goes in motion. The give's going to be to Walker. Walker with a little bit of running room. Nicely done there for a 6 or 7 yard gain. Bring up a 3rd and short. Full Throttle Gadgets, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, thanks for covering the game. I'm on vacation in Hawaii. NFL got it on lockdown. Can't watch anywhere I go. Go Hawks. They do that Full Throttle, and one of the reasons I love doing the play-by-play is I know that there's definitely some folks out there that don't get the chance to see the games because maybe the app's not working, not in the right place, on vacation, in a country and have it. So thank you, man. Geno back here, empty look on 3rd and 3. All of the receivers to the far side of the field. Dropping back to throw, looking, coming back underneath to DJ Dallas, and this is going to be stopped on 3rd down. Hawks are going to punt. Geno was looking around, just nobody open on that play. But thank you, man. I do appreciate it. I hope you're having a great vacation out there in Hawaii. Get back soon, but get refreshed, get back refreshed, and thank you, Full Throttle. It's my pleasure to do this, brother. Love doing it. Seahawks are going to come out to punt now. Dixon gets it off. Ball's going to land and be fielded at that point, and then quickly tackled to the 25-yard line. Nice punt by Dixon. Well defended by the Hawks. And Burrow and company will come out for their second drive here with the score tied 7-7 and 42 seconds to go in the first quarter. Appreciate you, Full Throttle. If we can on the two folks, I know that there's folks that want to react to it, the stuff. If you can, I know this is hard to ask, and I don't want my mods to enforce this. So if people let people know, I don't want mods pushing people for this. But if we can, give the play a second to play out before you reference it into the chat, because there's people that are listening to this and read the chat and trying to not have stuff spoiled before the play occurs. And I know some of you guys have a little bit of a faster view of the game on your end because I'm broadcasting, and so there's a little bit of a delay and all that. But if you can get a chance to it, just give it a second for my play-by-play to tell what's happened on the play before we completely let everything know, because sometimes you're spoiling it for people that are reading in the chat and whatnot, following along with the chat. Again, if people do it, it's no big deal. I'm not saying but if you can. I look depressed? I'm not depressed, man. I'm having a great day, brother. Niblax, I'm literally watching on TV, and some people are ahead of me. Yeah. It's just certain broadcasts get to certain people certain speed, so it's a weird thing. And I only ask because I do know there's people in the chat that like it that way. I've seen it referenced a few times, and I said, you guys can just give it a sec. We can react to it, but just give it get an extra about 45-second beat, and then let it roll. Mom says pause one or another. It isn't that hard. Yeah, that's exactly. If you're looking, if it's issue for you, just pause your deal by about 12 seconds, and you'll be synced up with me approximately. So, exactly. Diego says, why would you freaking run the ball? I don't know there. Yeah, they're having a lot of success running the ball, and they went back to that pass on third down. Maybe just they thought it was a little bit too long to get a run there, but wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more of Walker flexed in. He's got some yards here to be had against this Bengals defensive line. Duquan Quack's been a member of the Hawks Nest for 22 long months. Thank you for that long-time support, Duquan. This is third down is the true villain of every Hawks game. Yes, it is. First and 10 here for the Bengals. Burrow with the give inside to Mixon. He'll plow ahead for about a gain of 5 or 6 yards. Well said, Duquan. That's definitely been our bugaboo here. That third down just can't quite find the solution there at times. I think it's also a bit of the nature with the bend but don't break nature of the defense a bit and how it's kind of put together. Second down and 6. Burrow's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. It's got a cover 2 look. I wonder if this is to a run. Seahawks jumped offside. This is going to be a free play, and that's going to be completed. Joe Burrow still on his feet here and finally drugged down after a gain of about 20, 25 yards. Tariq Woolen having a hard time tackling him. Burrow had the free play there and took advantage of it. A little bit of a push off there by Chase there. Didn't get called. Probably not going to get called in the start, but a little bit of a push off at the top of that route on Tariq. And Mario Edwards Jr. jumped off sides there. Seahawks defense is not tight here to begin things. Stuff's running a little bit tough here. That will be the end of the first quarter on that first down with the Bengals now, I believe, already into Seahawks territory. Tony Borges Silva, thank you for the $5 donation. It's only their first drive, but what adjustments do they need to make on defense to win this game? More man coverage? I certainly think when you get down to the goal line and you're like that, I don't know the benefit behind with dropping at that point Tariq Woolen into a cover 3 bail, like he's bailing into the back corner of the end zone. All you're doing at that point is leaving everything up in front of you. And just like Burrow showed on that drive, and as we talked about in the lead up to this game, if you're going to give Burrow easy completions, he's not going to be the kind of quarterback to overthink it. He will take those easy completions all day long. And I think if we're looking for where the adjustment point comes into, it's into being willing to squeeze those routes down a little bit at times and try to press down on the shorter routes and know that that's where he's going to try to get you at for the most part. It's hard because the second you start probably squeezing down the short routes, he's going to recognize it, and then you got some vulnerabilities on the back end. But you're going to have to take some risk today at some point in the neighborhood of that in the neighborhood of those coverages. And I know we're more zone, and I know we're going to stick more into that just in general the way we're put together. But I think you got to mix it up with him. You can't let him get back there and comfortable and just feeling everything's good and all is well. You got to keep mixing it up a little bit throughout the course of this game. I think that's probably just the main thing and that's the part that I'm kind of watching for, is if we're going to start to shut down on some of those shorter zones and see if we can tighten those things up in this game a bit. Maybe it's something that they're waiting to kind of fully unveil as the game goes along. But man coverage would be certainly something I wouldn't mind seeing, Tony. I think we could run it pretty well if we did. But just less of the soft zones, like Burrow on these first couple drives there, or at least the first drive there, that was just all just kind of throwing everything in front of him. He wasn't really trying to, he pushed the ball up the field when he had the free play there on Chase. First down and 10 for the Bengals on the 38-yard line of the Seattle Seahawks. Burrow drops back to throw. Boy, lasers one in there to Jamar Chase. And that'll be another gain of about 20 yards. Whew. Well, he pushed it down the field in that one. Lining up in there from the slot. Nobody ends up covering Jamar Chase because you got two guys in one zone. You see, Jamal's got to take the one guy. First and 10. Already 4 catches, 60 yards for Jamar Chase to begin this game. Burrow back in pistol formation look here on the 15-yard line of the Seattle Seahawks. Give is going to be inside here to Mixon. He's going to be swallowed right up quickly by the Hawks defense. And it'll be about a gain of -1. Second down and 10. Burrow back to throw. Another wide open receiver out. Taken down by Bobby. Running back just got on the flat. They run kind of a stack front, and then somebody's running free on the shorter route after they run the stack. Hawks got loosey coverages right now a little bit. 3rd and 2. It's kind of a rub route play there a little bit. It's going to be a run for a first down by Mixon. First and goal. First goal from the 3. Inside fake here. Burrow, everybody just sort of stops like they were expecting something to happen there. That was weird. We got a penalty flag and then a touchdown in the back end zone. Very strange play. Everybody after the snap just sort of was standing there. And it looks like the play is going to stand for a touchdown. Seahawks defense just completely overmatched in these first 2 drives. I mean, just... It's a holding on the Seahawks there, defensive holding. Hawks weren't even really fully aligned up there at the snap. Just kind of everybody was sort of milling. Then the snap happened. Everybody sort of paused after the snap, just sort of stood there looking for a weird reason. I don't know why. But nobody has covered anybody right now so far to begin this game in the Seahawks secondary. 14-7. Jonathan Salazar, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, our defense versus the Giants was the anomaly, not the norm. Very well ended up being well said. I think that's why, Jonathan, we come into this game, we wanted this to be a little bit more of the litmus test. where's the team at? Where's the defense at? You did have Andy Dalton throw for 300 yards on you. You did have the Lions able to put 30 points on the board on you. So, it's early in the year. Where is this defense at? What is this defense and how it's constructed? And this was going to be a test to tell us a little bit more clearly about where the defense is. And we'll see if they've got some adjustments over the course of this game here. But early on, it's been smooth sailing and pretty much we're like running through paper right now, this Bengals defense. Burrow, 13 of 15, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, 140 rating. Mixon, you have stopped the run, so I guess that's good. This is a little bit for those that speak about, stopping the run is not the most important thing. You hear those folks that talk about this. I think this kind of is an early representation of that, where you as a defense can have 5 carries, 15 yards, 3-yard average, but yet you still give up 2 touchdowns on those first 2 drives because you're not as worried maybe necessarily in the structure of the defense and stopping some of the short passing attack. So we'll see, Jonathan. It very well maybe that is the truth of the situation today. And if it is, I'm sure we'll be looking at it through that lens, a bit of, okay, this is probably where this defense is going to be this year. The offense is going to have to be a powerhouse, especially going up against the tough offenses in the league, defensively speaking, because they are going to put those points up on us. But definitely a long way to go. Mario, I don't think we're going to get Frank Clark back. I don't see his fit with the team. Absent there being a trade of like a Darrell Taylor somewhere, he'd be the 5th edge for you on the team. There's nothing there. Radu, I agree. I don't think Tariq Woolen's played particularly great to start this year off so far. And to start this game off, he's not. There was the one kind of it was almost PI on him. I mean, I'm not going to say it should have been PI, but it was very close there in the push off on the free play with the Bengals on the last drive. But it's been a bit of a slow start for him. Yeah, I don't know if it's an off year for Woolen. It's just he's got a slow start, maybe a little bit. Here's the kick out to DJ Dallas. He'll field it about the 2-yard line, take it up. Nice coverage by the Bengals unit, and they will drag him down about the 23-yard line. 12:14 to go here in the second quarter. Hawks are down 7-14. George Samuel, my guy out in Egypt, how you doing? He says, short passes and no pressures on Joe. Wake up, D. Wake up, guys. We're playing a football game here. We're playing a football game. First and 10. Gino under center. Give is going to be to Charbonnet. Charbonnet stretched out wide on an outside zone there, and he's going to get about a gain of 2 or 3 maybe. Gino back in a pistol look here. 2 tight end set here for Seahawks. And we're going to get an, false start on the Hawks. Sloppy game here for the Hawks on the road to begin things. Nobody can kind of figure out the snap count here, both defensively and offensively. Second and 13. Geno in shotgun. Empty look. He's looking, surveying. Hits Tyler Lockett on a short throw. Lockett's hit and the ball comes out. I think they're going to say he's down. And this will bring up about a 3rd and 5 or 6. Yeah, he ripped that out after Lockett was already on the ground. That's a good call by the officials. 3rd and 7. Geno in shotgun. 5-man blitz show by the Bengals. They drop out of it. Geno looking. He's going to hit Charbonnet. Charbonnet is going to run forward and get himself a first down after the catch. Nice job by Geno there to go through his progressions. 1st and 10. Hawks really did kind of need that, you felt like. Let's give this defense a bit of a breather to figure things out here. So I got the cover 2 there. Quick pressure on Geno there. 1st and 10. Geno back under center. 3 wide receiver look. He's going to adjust something there on the play. Play action pass. He's dropped back to throw. All day to throw. All day. Throw it out to Charbonnet. There he does. Charbonnet will take it for a gain of about 4 or 5 there. Geno had all the day in the world there to sit there and look and survey the field and figure out what he wanted to do. We do have a flag on the play. Jesus, dude. Is it going to be Flag City against us today, too? Now, is this personal foul offense on DK? I don't know. It's in the play that he's doing that. I don't know why he can't. I guess he can't block people anymore. DK's just going to have to patty cake guys. 2nd down and 10. 2nd and 21. It's like it's football. Like, guys can't hit anybody in football anymore. Throw deep here to Tyler. Tyler with the catch on a deep throw by Geno Smith. Tyler with a nice catch on the bomb. Well done. There's a way to shut the refs up. Call this. Beautiful throw by Geno over the top to Tyler Lockett. Tyler got open by about 5 steps on Awuzie. Must have run a sluggo or something there to get that wide open. Unless Tyler found those old combine wheels. 1st down and 10. Seahawks on the Bengals side of the field at the 42-yard line. Out of pistol look here. Play action pass. Geno's going to continue to throw. He's got a lot of time to throw. He's looking. And he's going to throw it out there to Bobo there just to get the ball out there as pressure was bearing down on Geno. Second down and 10. Geno in shotgun. Walker to his side. Give is going to be into Walker here on 2nd and 10, and he is going to be swallowed up. Boy, DK Metcalf was open on that play deep. 3rd and 11. Bengals staying with the four-man front. Geno back to throw, back to throw, back to throw. Still looking and drugged down there at about the 44-yard line. Bengals dropped a lot of guys into coverage, and nobody broke free. 4th down and 11. Bengals had maybe a couple times here with DK on that drive. They showed a few different shots of them with DK being open and Geno not finding him. Dixon with the punt. Short punt by Dixon. And he'll get this at about the 11-yard line. Good punt, though. Looked like it was going to drop a little bit in front of the 20 there, but didn't. Bengals will take back over here with 6:52 to go in the game and up by 7 points. Mumbles, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, how are we feeling about that holding on the last Bengals touchdown throw? I guess you mean on the Tariq Woolen play? He kind of grabbed him. He's at that point in the route, and you can see he does get it around his hip. By the letter of the law, that definitely is going to be a penalty, and it's right there in the open, so there's nowhere to kind of hide that if you're the corner doing that. It's going to get called. But it also didn't have much of an effect because he still ended up catching that touchdown there, Mumbles, you know what I mean, on that one. So I think it was probably legit, I'd say. I don't know about the DK one with they don't show us what's going on in the play there. They just show DK hit the guy, so it looks real brutal and all that. But it's like the Witherspoon hit that he has. So it's like if the play is on and going, you're allowed to block a guy hard. That's football. Just because he's a small cornerback and DK's a big receiver doesn't mean DK can't block that guy hard. So I don't, I feel like the officials are like, oh, you're being too rough. You're being too rough. Don't be so rough on that little cornerback. Like, give me a break. It's football. Let's go. Duquan, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, is Geno just not seeing it today? He looks hesitant to let it rip. I'm seeing a little bit of the same thing there, especially on a couple of those DK throws. We need a little Geno today. You're going to have to throw with some anticipation today, Geno. It's not going to be just simply you got to stare it and it's going to be wide open. You got to let it rip on a couple of these throws. And, not targeting DK here through, what are we at? Yeah, he's got one target and we're almost here. You're almost going to be done through a whole half of football. That's probably not ideal, especially for a guy that's not getting doubled in this game that I'm seeing on some of these snaps. So I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't seem like necessarily we're getting he's not having a bad game necessarily as Geno, but it's definitely not as clean start on certain things. I can't get 10 to 12. It's not horrible, but yeah, I think you're right. On a couple of those throws there, I was like, come on, let that rip, let that go. Thank you, man. Appreciate the donation. And Mumbles, thank you too for that dono. Appreciate you guys. Very kind of you. Russell Marquis, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, we're due a butt kicking and we're getting it. Could become that. Well, a lot of game to go here. Let's see if the Seahawks defense can find some answers now. 2 straight scoring drives to start this out for the Bengals, taking over with their 3rd series here now. Burrow back to throw. Easy completion out there to Jamar Chase, Tariq Woolen in coverage. It's a gain of about 6 or 7 yards. Might be about the 3rd or 4th completion. Probably about the 4th or 5th completion. I think Tariq Woolen's already given up in this game. Burrow 14 of 16 for 130 yards and 2 touchdowns. 2nd down and 3. Give is inside to Joe Mixon. Mixon's going to power his way forward for a gain of 4 or 5 yards and a 1st down. Bengals almost a 3-to-1 pass to run ratio to start things off in this game. Empty look here for Burrow on 1st and 10. back foot, ball out, ball completed, gain of 5 or 6 yards. He's not having to do anything but just hit that back foot and let it rip every single time. And it's the coverages are just too soft for Burrow. It's too easy for him right now. He's going to take the 5-yard completion, and he's going to patiently do it all day long. And Hawks have got to try to dial up an answer here from a coverage standpoint. There is no resistance right now to the Bengals passing offense by the Seahawks defense here. Bubble screen out wide here. Nice job there. Quandre Diggs coming up and making a tackle on the bubble screen here to make this third and not so easy. Come on, Hawks D. 3rd down and 4. Trips to the far side of the field. Burrow back to throw. And that will be incomplete. That ball hit the ground. Why are they calling that complete? That hit the ground. It's not complete. Not a great throw there by Burrow on the play. I don't think it would have been a first even if he completed it. I might have got knocked a little bit there. Good job by Quandre Diggs coming up tight in coverage there. Witherspoon as well in there. Thought I banged on the ground. Maybe not. 4th and 1. Bengals are still going to be punting, though. Good job by the Hawks defense. Way to answer there. Nicely done. This punt will be driven to the... DJ Dallas will let this one roll all the way to the 21. Wow. I lost some field position on that one. Hoo-wee. All right. Company take back over. We got 3:28 to go here after the commercial break. Russell Mark Q, thank you for that $2 donation. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we can stave off that butt whooping today. Stave it off. Brandon Taylor with a $5 donation. Thank you, Brandon. It's good to see you in the chat. Says, Geno needs to get rid of the ball. DK has been open. I don't understand. Throw the mother-loving ball, Geno. Yeah, I understand. I think a little bit what's happening here with Geno and Carroll is that Geno's in, Carroll's in Geno's ear with the don't have a turnover thing. But you got to let your quarterback rip it today. Your offense is going to have to carry the day a little bit today, right? This Bengals offense is going to score its share of points. Offensively, you've got to do what you got to do. And I don't know why DK, again, 1 target through almost the full 2 quarters. I know that the offense for the Bengals had the ball a lot, and it's not like your offense hasn't been at least able to move the ball. But DK's one of your biggest weapons out there, and especially when you're seeing him break open deep and there's just no throw. Like, get him, let's go. Get him the ball. Let's get him the ball, Geno. And Geno does look a little bit hesitant today. I don't know if it's just he's really worried about throwing a pick, and so he's trying to make sure he's being super clean with the ball, but you got to snap out of that. We're going to need you to let it rip. Let it rip. Duquan was seeing the same thing, Brandon. I think you guys are seeing it kind of clear. Not playing bad, but just let's let it go. Let it go. Alex 509 says with a $2 donation. Thank you, Alex. Says Jamal Adams has not done anything so far. A loss 100. We'll have to see. It's a 1 touchdown game, and I haven't seen a lot from Jamal here yet. Certainly we haven't even sent him, I don't think, on 1 blitz. Could be wrong on that, but he's got 3 tackles in the game. I don't think you've done anything there. Hawks so far with 1 quarterback hit. I don't know. They don't have really credited anybody, but 1 quarterback hit so far. But we're going to need some impact from Jamal in this game at some point too. So hopefully, maybe it's going to be a game-changing blitz or something. Alex. Thank you though. Appreciate that donation, brother. All right, Seattle taking back over here with Geno under center. 1st and 10. Two tight end look here for the Hawks. Play action pass. Geno going to roll out and throw it out to Will Disley out in the flat for about a gain of 4 or 5. We'll play to get him on rhythm here maybe. Seahawks have all 3 of their timeouts with 3:19 to go. Plenty of time on the clock. Second down and 6. Geno's going to try to change the play at the line of scrimmage here. The give to Walker. Walker up the hill. He's up and he's loose in the open field. Walker lays down his head and finishes this run nice all the way down to the 46-yard line. Geno changed that play to a run. He had a 4-man front that was widened out. Attack the wide 9 look of the Bengals with a run right up the middle into it. Bang. That's what you do against that wide 9 with those stretched fronts. First down and 10 from the 46-yard line in their own territory still are the Hawks. Geno in shotgun, dropping back to throw. Throws it out to Jackson Smith and Jigba, who does a good job there. It looked like he was going to get tackled initially, but was able to break free and gain of about 4 or 5 yards on the play. Geno kind of double clutched that throw. Again, Geno just a little hesitant today as Geno on some of these throws. It's like, get the ball out, hike, throw. Kind of stood and he's like he's really wanting to see it clear. That is the 2-minute warning now for the Seahawks here as we will go to commercial break. Mumbles, thank you for the $5 donation. He says, noticing a lot of 4-man fronts and soft coverages. That has been the order of the day to my eyes as well, Mumbles. I'm not seeing a lot of blitz-heavy nature to what they're doing. I don't think that the blitz-heavy nature was necessarily something you were looking to dial a lot up here today against Burrow, because he's the guy that can beat it. He's shown you in this game, when you rock one blitz, he'll find the flat route. He'll find the hot read. And there is a hot read when you're going to blitz guys. And I think that his ability to deal with that probably informed them to dial it back a little bit. But you are then, as you say, getting in addition to that, those soft zone defenses that you're also adding on top of it, which is also making it, that can make it easy for Joe too. So we'll see if they turn to tighten it up and make some adjustments with this. But that's been a little bit of the order of the day to start this game off defensively. I think that's an accurate portrayal of it. Yes. Thank you, Mumbles, for that your double dono today. Hope you're having a good one, man. Alex509, thank you for the $2 donation. Says Jamal Adams has not done anything. Oh, sorry, I read that. Thank you, Alex. Appreciate you guys for all the donations. Randall McDaniel in the house. Thank you, Randall, for the $20 dono drop, brother. And it is awesome to see you in here. Hope you're having a great Sunday. He says it's a one-score game. We need pressure on Joe B. Not sure why we're sitting back. Need to get the tight end in the game. Geno a bit indecisive. But it's a one-score game. Go Hawks. Hey, go Hawks. And that's beautifully put on it, Randall. I think that those critiques are fair. I think you can hear from some of the other donos that are putting it here in the chat. This is where a lot of us are kind of seeing the same thing on that, where it is need to get some pressure on Joe. Going to have to manufacture that if we can't get it with the front 4, because he's not going to sit back with the front. It's going to be hard to get pressure on Joe with the front 4 anyway, because you run the soft zone coverages. He's going to get the ball out of his hands in under 2.6 seconds. Your line's not going to have a quick enough time to get back there and impact him as a passer. So you're probably going to have to try to force that a little bit at one point or another here. And yeah, Geno needs just a little more decisiveness there from him. Let it rip, man. You know, if you throw an interception in this game where you're knowing you're going to have to kind of match the Bengals note for note, I don't think that's the worst thing to me. It's, you know, it'd be different maybe if the defense was getting some stops early in this game, but it's not the case. Second down run here for Walker. He's going to gain about a yard or two. And this will bring this to a third down and 3.5-ish or so. Let's get you. You know what we need? We need more of you in here. We need more cat. 3rd and 4. Minute 32 to go here, second quarter. Geno in shotgun. Looking. Finds DK Metcalf for his first catch of the day. First down, Seahawks. That away, 1:20 to go here now. Seahawks have 3 timeouts, so no doubt looking to make this the last drive of the half, no matter what happens. Good job by Geno to go through his progression reads there. He looked initially to Tyler, came back over to DK. Good job. 1st and 10. Geno back in shotgun. Looks like Cincinnati jumped off sides. Tyler's going deep here, and it's going to be a slight overthrow. Boy, it sure did look like the Bengals jumped off sides on that play, and it didn't get called. Guess we're not getting a replay. That looked a little dodgy to me. 57 seconds to go, 2nd and 10. Geno in shotgun. Walker to his side. Hand off into Walker. He stumbles, and he's going to be drugged down. Good job by DJ Reader on that play to just get a hand on the ankle there of Walker to knock him off. And Walker looked like he was going to be able to break free on the outside there. Bengals are going to take their first time out, and Seahawks are going to be left with a 3rd and a very long. Randall, thank you for that $20 donation, and well said all the way down. Getting the tight end a little bit more featured in can help us out, I think, too. Not a lot of that in this first half, that's for sure. But like you say, it's a 1-score game here. So as bad as, defense hasn't looked good to start things, but it is a 1-score game. And that's what you want on the road, right? Keep it within a 1-score game by the 4th quarter, and then try to, take it from there at that point. Try to close it down after that spot. But thank you, Randall. I appreciate the $20 donation, man. Very, very kind of you. Third down and 11 for Geno here. Bengals showing a blitz look. A lot of men near the line of scrimmage right now. And they're going to bring it. Got to get rid of it. Oh. Ball is going to be incomplete. Geno hit as he throws. 4th down and 11 for the Seattle Seahawks. Seahawks just didn't have enough guys they had 2 free rushers on the play to the Bengals. You'd think somebody would be open at that point somewhere. And Geno tried to throw it up to DK. Dupree Squid, thank you for the $2 donation. Says maybe that injury is still nagging Geno a little bit. It might. He mentioned that the ankle and the knee both, and the Seahawks are going to try an insanely long field goal here. This is dangerous. The kick is up by Jason Myers, and the kick is going to be good. Woo! Perfect kick there by Myers. Just barely had the distance, but he was able to sneak it up through the upright there, and the Hawks get to 10 points, 10-14 here. With 43 seconds to go in the second quarter, the Bengals do have 2 of their timeouts remaining. Debris Squid, I think that there's definitely something a little bit probably there with Geno, where it's not at 100%, and if it's both the ankle and the knee, that's a double dose there, where you got each of them kind of bothering you a little bit. I do think some of this is the indecisiveness, like Randall and a couple of others have said. I think that there's a little bit of that there too, though, where it's not necessarily the ankle, it's just you're not, let it rip, let it go, even on that throw, you've got the blitz there. He knows those guys are coming. If they come, he's got at least 1 free rusher. He's got to have a throw there in the back of his mind, but it did look like a little bit post-snap. He was surprised by the 2 guys coming off the edge there that he thought the Bengals were going to drop out of it. I think it could be the injury, but I do think a little bit of it too is this is maybe not on the A game. Some pitchers don't. And if you say, well, Geno, you don't have your A game, and on a day where you're 13 to 17, 123 yards, that's not a bad performance not being on your A game, but maybe not quite on the A game as it stands right now. Yeah. Samuel Carlson, thank you for the $2 donation. I do appreciate you for that. Samuel says, why does Pete not trust our defensive backs to press? That part I'm not sure of, Samuel. I really don't. You have in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, 2 guys that are maybe a little bit better suited to be able to handle physicality at the line of scrimmage on press. And so you don't want to go to that as much with those 2 guys. Could be that. It is something that we've not done, though, for a very long period of time. We just don't tend to want to run or lean into it much. And I don't know why, really. You've got the guys in Witherspoon, who's a great presser. You've got in Tariq Woolen, a guy who's really long, who should be a pretty good guy at pressing. But we just don't see him utilize it a lot. And I wish I had a better explanation for why not. Because if you didn't have the guys who couldn't do it, Samuel, if you had a bunch of T-Rex arm cornerbacks on the outside that weighed 190 pounds, then maybe you'd be in a position to say, well, that's why you don't do it. But that's not really the case as to what's happening here. It's a matter you just don't want to run it, period, at all. Thank you, though, man, Samuel. Appreciate that donation. You guys are very, very kind as ever on the channel. Thank you so much. All right, so 43 seconds left. Let's see what the Seahawks defense can maybe drum up here now against this Bengals defense or offense. Here's the kick by Myers. Sends it away. Deep, and that'll go in the back of the end zone. Let's go, D. Come on, D. Let's make it happen here. Joe Burrow with 15 straight completions. He's going to start out with a 4 wide receiver look here. Seahawks counter with a 4-man front. Burrow. Finally an incompletion there. Throws it behind Jamar Chase. 2nd and 10. Tariq Woolen puts his hands to his head like, man, I should have been aware of that ball coming. I might have been able to catch that. Hey, there's a little press. We're calling for press. We get some press from Tariq, and it throws off the timing of the route. How about that? That's what we're talking about. 2nd down and 10, 40 seconds to go here. Seahawks bringing a blitz. Burrow gets rid of it, and the ball's knocked free. Tariq Woolen with a nice hit on the play. They're going to call it incomplete. Tariq Woolen put a nice little stick there on the receiver, Higgins, as soon as he caught the ball. There we go, a little bit of life here from the defense. 3rd down and 10. Seahawks showing a split safety look, 4-man front. Jamal Adams around the line of scrimmage, drops back into coverage. Joe Burrow's looking. He's going to be... He's still looking. He's moving everywhere. He's throwing. He's moving everywhere. He finally makes the completion out of bounds, but it's going to be a very short play. Burrow had about 30 years in the pocket there. Looked like he went past the line of scrimmage, came back outside the line of scrimmage. Good job by the Seahawks in coverage. Back-to-back stops for the defense, maybe finding a little bit more of a firmer footing in this football game. Seahawks will call a timeout. I guess they technically are going to call that inbounds. I don't know how that's not a play. It's not out of bounds there. Team Gino Gaming, thank you for the $2 donation. Team Gino says, Gino has to find his reads faster. Need blitz, man. I love the fact we're all kind of seeing the same thing on this team, Gino. It's definitely been mentioned a couple times. I'm seeing the same thing with it. We're not playing bad, but just a little quicker and more decisive on those reads and what you're seeing and what you're doing. 4th down and 6 here. We're going to get a punt from the Bengals. 22 seconds to go. Hawks might have about 2 plays they can run off here. We'll see how far. Boy, the punter for the Bengals has absolutely flipped the field position a couple of times in this game, and he just gets off a marvelous punt. That thing was like a 60-yarder. Jeez. And it had some hang time to it. G and the boys will come out, but it's going to be tough here with just 12 seconds there. That was got a lot of field to get up to get this and make this happen. But well said, Team Gino, on that. And yeah, I think a little bit more blitzing. They did a little bit on that drive, which was good to see. Mix it in there. You can't, these 4-man fronts dropping into soft zone. Burrow's got it. He's going to handle that. It doesn't mean doing the other way is going to be 100% a stop, but you do have to, I think, kind of try to look at that as a different course of action. Geno on shotgun, 3 wide receivers here. Charbonnet to his left. Geno under duress, and he's going to get sacked here quickly. Seahawks probably just going to let this run out. Been some duress here in this game. You got Bradford on the inside, Curhan still on the right side. This one was Phil Haynes allowing the quick pressure on that play, and that will take us to halftime. So the Hawks hanging tough, 10-14 against the Bengals. Bengals will get the ball at the end of half. In a game where you've allowed Burrow to kind of, at least on the first 2 drives, cut you up a bit. And offensively speaking, you probably have left a little bit of meat on the table here, where there's some plays on the field here that certainly from Geno's perspective, you could have gotten there. But you're on the road. You're within 4 points. A lot of football left to be played. Defense is playing its best the last 2 drives. Let's see if maybe they can start to find some answers here going against this Bengals offense. Thank you, Team Geno Gaming, for that donation. Appreciate you as well, Randall, for another dono from you. So thank you so much, man. It says, where is Disley? Why are they going 3 wide receivers so much? Why go away from our strength? Seems like we're not playing to our strength on either side of the ball. No, I would wonder if maybe a little bit of the 3 wide receiver stuff so much is trying to get a little bit more featuring Jackson Smith and Jigba into the game. This is only a guess on my part, of course, Randall, but you do wonder if, especially on some of these plays where we're not seeing Geno look to DK as a primary read, because he doesn't end up even getting it to DK through his read progression. That maybe some of this is to try and feature a little bit more of Jackson Smith at that point in this game, and that's really driving them. And maybe it's getting to the point where it's driving a little bit too hard, the want and the need to feature Jackson versus just allowing the offense to flow and do what it does best. As we saw with the stat this week, that the EPA stat, that the Seahawks are the most efficient team in the NFL in their 2 tight end sets and their usage of that. And that does come at the cost of a Jackson not on the field if you go to it. They threw to Disley once in this half, but he certainly hasn't been out there a lot. And it has been a lot of 3 wide receivers. They've got a little 2 tight end sets in there too. It has been in there a bit, but they've definitely been mixing in probably a little bit more 3 wide receiver sets today, Randall. And I don't know. I'm not sure what they saw in the Bengal defense that made them say, let's go 3 wide, other than maybe they're thinking they're going to get some blitzes from the Bengals and singled up opportunities now on the outside to be able to go out there and attack. That would be my guess on that. Duquan, thank you for another $5 donation as well. Says, team is looking like some straight 2-ply soft. It's time to wake up, boys. There's a ball game to win. No more 2-ply. We got to be 5-ply. You know? We got to be 5-ply. It reminds me of that old joke, you know? The guy goes into a store and says, I want the cheapest toilet paper you got. And he goes, here it is. He goes, I want cheaper than that. Says, cheaper than that. Says, okay, we got this stuff. It's not as soft. It's a little bit rough, but it's a little bit more than the last one, but a little less than the last one, but it's cheaper. He says, I want cheaper. Cheaper. Okay, we got this one. This is like just about the worst I got. I mean, this is it's barely going to take anything off your butt. And then he goes, cheaper. He goes, okay, well, this one. I mean, this is like sandpaper. This is like sandpaper. I don't normally even like to sell it. It's kind of a brand I have is almost kind of a meme brand. Says, yes, fine, I'll take that. Goes home, comes back a week later, says, I want another one of that. He says, you like that toilet paper? He says, yes, it's like Clint Eastwood. It's rough and tough and doesn't take no shit. we gotta get that sandpaper toilet paper deal. Thank you, Duquan. Appreciate you though. Jeffrey Thistle has been a member of the Hawks Nest for 17 long months. Thank you for that long time support of the channel, Jeffrey. Says, the short passes are killing us. Would love to see a little more aggression on offense. Always enjoy the show. By the way, can mod if you need one. I'm definitely down to mod, Jeffrey. I'm trying to restrict it back a little bit just because I'm trying to, the way I'm trying to lean with the mods. And when we get too many mods in where I want to make sure that we're keeping things open where there's not the draw to, try to time people out or do stuff like that. And I think we're doing okay with the amount of trolls and keeping things pushed out. But I'll definitely make you one at some point if you're down. I'm trying to be hesitant with it just because I've had sometimes here we have too many mods and I don't know who's pushing who out, and so I got to just be careful with that a little bit. But I'm down to do it if you want. Just if I do mod you up, we're using the timeout button, not the ban button. So Adrian X, $2 with the $2 donation. Thank you, Adrian X. I do appreciate that. It's good to see you in the chat too. It says your second half adjustments, B. I think that dialing up some more pressures would be nice. I think beyond dialing up more pressures, I would try to stay a little tighter in my coverages, more man-based coverages. I would run more of the press-based looks as we did at the end of the half there, and we saw that had a little bit of help, especially with Tariq when he was able to get up there and actually do some pressing. So I would dial that up on defense a little bit more as well. I think you got to be careful with blitzing Burrow, but it's just mixing it in a healthy mix in there with him of it is the right way to go. And that's the place where it seemed like we didn't really mix a lot of it in there. There was just a very tiny amount of blitzing in this half versus that mix I'm looking for. So I would combo with that on that side of the ball a little bit. Offensively, I think you're doing fine. Geno's 13 to 17, 123 yards. I'd like him a little more decisive, but that's not really an adjustment for the offense to be made. You're running the ball relatively well. 10 carries, 46 yards for Zach Charbonnet, 2 for 5 yards 10 for 46 for Walker, 2 for 5 yards for Charbonnet. I think you're doing enough running the ball. We just got to look to take some shots down the field with Geno, though, too. It doesn't have to all be short. It's got to look for that stuff deep to open up as well, because this Bengals defense, with the way it'll run and being multiple and trying to bring that pressure up at times, they will leave some holes up on the back end for you to go out there then and attack. But you got to attack them. And we saw that first half, Geno, outside of that Lockett throw, didn't make. There was one DK throw he threw down as well, but that was almost completed. So you've had a couple of throws in this game, one completed, one almost completed deep down the field. I think leaning more into that in the second half. If the Bengals are going to bring more of those stack fronts up, if they're going to bring some of those pressure-based looks, I think you got to dial that up a little bit and lean into that. You got the guys to attack in that manner. They got to lean away from trying to just feature, to me, Jackson this game. I know they didn't do a ton, but if that's at the forefront of what they're trying to do today, DK and Tyler are getting open right now. Lean into them, lean into the 2 tight end sets. I'd go that route with it. I'd still be throwing it probably heavy like they are. And you don't, running's nice, but you're going to have to throw a bit today, I think, to get the job done. Bear with me one sec, folks. I'll be right back. I got a couple donos, but be right back. Sorry. Thank you for holding on, guys. Make some coffee there. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. Says the offense is bad at design. Level today. Bad design level today. Yeah, Waldron coming off what was probably not the best play calling in the Giants game. You did get the win on that one, but it was a little bit of another game that a little bit, I don't know if I go fully like this one. I mean, I think that there's been some holes there on this one from Waldron too at times in the secondary that I think Gino's trying to play, I'm not going to say safe, but I think he's trying to be protective of the ball and a little bit maybe to the point of, not making some of those let it rip throws down the field where you got to just let it rip, You got to take a risk. You're going to beat this team that's a good Bengals team. You're not going to do it by, playing not to lose, by playing not to throw interceptions. You got to let it rip down the football field, attack those holes when they do open up. But yeah, Snail, I mean, it's been an okay day for Waldron. It's been it's been all right, I would say, to try to put it kindly. Thank you though, man. I do appreciate your donation so very much. Dom H, thank you for 16 long months as a Hawks Nest member. Says, can you win the game in the second quarter? No, you cannot. Can you win the game in the first quarter? No, you cannot. Can you win in the third quarter? No. Can you win in the fourth? You better believe you can. Love it, Dom. Let's go. Jeffrey, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, Burrow is my quarterback crush. Want to see him lose today, though. I love the way Burrow plays the game. He is, even that little scramble there at the end of half where he's running around and he's back and forth and being all wild and crazy with it, but yet still somewhat oddly under control. He's a fantastic quarterback, and we're seeing in this half, I think you guys can, why I put Burrow right there with Mahomes as being the top two quarterbacks in this sport. Those guys are just that good. They're just that able, and they're not easy to deal with, man. They're not. So I'm with you, man. I definitely like him a lot too, but I do want to see him lose today. Well said. Dustin Robert, thank you for the $5 donations. His thoughts on the Hawks offense not using 3 tight end sets so far. And is Julian Love out, or are we not running a nickel set in the short flats? I believe Julian Love has come out at the expense of Jamal Adams at times down there by the slot. So I think that there's moments in there a little bit, but I think I've seen him out and playing. So he's definitely out there a little bit. He's not injured or anything like that. Indeed, they've not gone to the 3 tight end sets, and I think they've even used less 2 tight end sets today versus throughout the course of this year. Dustin, because they want to, I think, go to more of the Jackson Smith stuff and feature more of the 3 wide receiver looks based on what they saw from the Bengals defense, I guess. And the Bengals are going to take over here at the 25 to start the second half off. Joe Burrow in shotgun here with a 3 wide receiver look. We got a false start by this offsides by the Seattle Seahawks. Another flag there on Trey Brown. And I'm going to get you guys, we got a lot of donos, so I'm going to get to these donos as I'm doing the play-by-play. So if you dropped a dono, definitely we'll be getting into it on it. But I think Julian Love's been out there, Dustin, at least to my eyes. But they are having him play, I think, more strong safety and Jamal down kind of into the slot area of things. We're going to get a pass interference on Trey Brown on the play, and that'll be accepted by the Bengals for a gain of about 12 or 13 yards for them. But yeah, we'll see if in the second half, Dustin, I'll note it if I see it, if they start to use a little bit more of the 2 and the 3 tight end sets and looks. But they also have Witherspoon up in the slot too, like right now in this case. 3 wide receiver look from the Bengals, and that's Love coming off the field in those moments. Handoff up the middle. This will be about a gain of 4 or 5 yards. So I think that's also some of this, Dustin, is the move of Witherspoon into the slot because they don't want to take Witherspoon off the field. So I think that's a little bit of it. And definitely not taking a lot of the flat routes away today so far. Those have been open for Burrow. That's one of his go-tos when things get a little bit dusty today, Dustin. See what I did there? Dusty today. Thank you, though, man. Appreciate that $5 donation. And the flats have been opened up a bit. They don't have a lot of coverage points. There was one point Jamal was pointing to I think it was Trey to try to pick a guy up in the flat, and he just didn't. 2nd and 5, shotgun look here for Burrow. He's going to go deep. That ball's going to be picked off. Let's go. Trey Brown in tight coverage down the field. The ball maybe a little bit shy, underthrown, and Trey Brown able to pick it off. Boy, did the defense need that breath of air shot through their lungs. Physical coverage down the sideline between both receiver and cornerback. And just right on Trey. Trey made a great play on the ball. Well done. Well done. Burrow trying to test it deep there. He liked his matchup with Chase against Brown on the outside. Just didn't put enough on that ball out in front to give his... I don't know if he was trying to maybe throw that on Jamar and let him have an opportunity to just try to make a play on it, or if he meant to try to put that a little bit more further out ahead of him. Certainly the worst throw of the day for Burrow by a mile on that. Great job, though, by the Brown to get that pick. Cameron, thank you for the 13 months as a Hawks Nest member. Says Myers has been good since the Carolina game. He has. He's been pretty good there since the Carolina. He had the one miss in the Giants game, but it was on a 50-plus yarder. And that was a kick there at the end. I mean, that's a 55-yarder that he hits. That is not easy outdoor. That's no easy kick to be made there, to your point on that, Cameron. And what you love about Myers and what you're getting from him versus what you used to get with Hauschka, another guy that you paid a lot of money to at the kicker position, is at least with Myers, you are getting a guy with the long leg. He can hit these 55-plus yards. He's got that distance to him, and that came in handy at the end of that half there. Calling on him to be able to steal out another 3 points at that point and draw this a little bit closer was mighty, mighty nice. What the smell? Oh, my goodness. Thank you for the $20 donation. What the smell? That is unbelievable, brother. Thank you so much for that dono. Says, thank you. Off the boat. Finally able to watch a game and donate properly. Well, thank you, What the Smell. I'm glad you got off the boat and able to watch the actual action, and I was happy to keep you up to speed on it up until that point, but I'm glad you're back with it, man. Safe and sound back home and all that. And thank you, man. Appreciate that $20 donation. Very, very, very kind of you, brother. Very kind of you. Unbelievable. Mumbles, thank you for the $10 donation. Says B, for your second half adjustments, you mentioned a healthy mix-in for blitzing, but I think a hurt Joe Mixon would make the blitz more effective, even just a little. Yeah, but I think a hurt. Yeah, I agree. Is Mixon hurt right now, Mumbles? As opposed to, I didn't know he was hurt, but yeah, if he's beat up, and look, Mixon in this game, 7 carries, 24 yards. The rushing attack of the Bengals, to quote Dennis Green, is what we thought they were. And so you certainly have an ability here to, 1st and 10 here from Geno and company, a little bubble screen out to Tyler Lockett. Lockett's going to get up the football field. Nice job by Lockett to tiptoe his way up the sideline and get a gain of about 6 or 7 there on the bubble screen. But yeah, you're not feeling necessarily a threat. On that interception, you did have a 4-man front. The Seahawks brought Quandre Diggs up late to squeeze the short routes. So that bringing of Quandre Diggs up to squeeze the short route probably was what helped to inform Burrow to take the shot deep, because he went, oh, hell, my short stuff ain't going to be there. We got single coverage on the outside. Let's take that. 2nd down and 5. Jackson Smith goes in motion here. Geno dropping back to throw. Hits it to DK Metcalf. Metcalf still on his feet, and he's going to get up the football field. Nice grab and run after the catch by DK Metcalf. Hawks offense rolling here to start things off this half. DK, a little stop route. Nice throw by Geno, getting that on the outside shoulder of DK Metcalf. Great ball placement there by Geno. Just perfect throw to keep that away. 1st down and 10. Geno back under center here. 3 tight end look for the Seahawks. Maybe about the first time we've seen this unveiled today. Bengals showing a too high look from the safety position. Quick pitch here to Kenneth Walker. He's going to get wrapped up really quickly there. We've got a penalty flag. See who the penalty's on here. Personal foul. Face mask. Oh, I was thinking, man, Walker usually does not get ripped down that fast when he's running with the football. He got tore right down really quickly, and because that's a blatant one too. I mean, that's one where the tackle was caused by the face mask. BJ Hill. 12:49 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Seahawks all the way down now, just inside the 30-yard line of the Bengals after that penalty. We got a 2 tight end look, 2 tight ends to the left of Geno. Fake pitch there. Geno looking. Run it, Geno. Just run it. There we go. Smart play by Geno. Nobody was really open there. Just take it, get the 4 yards, call it a day on that first down. Nice job. Good decision making. Very good decision making. 2nd down and 5. Geno and shotgun. 3 tight end look given to Walker here. Walker bangs it up in the middle there. Not a lot of room to be had. He'll get a gain of about 2 yards on the play. TJ Reader, who's played a pretty good game here inside for the Bengals, active, able to make the tackle on the play. So bring up 3rd and very, very short. 3rd down and 3. Geno and shotgun. Charbonnet to his right. And we got is another false start by the Hawks here? Yeah, false start by the Hawks. Oof, that's tough. You got a 3rd makeable and just, I think that's a 3rd off false start by the offensive line for the Hawks alone. Ross just got moving too early there on the snap. It's a good call. Third down and 8. Bengals are bringing a blitz up near the line of scrimmage. We saw this before. They brought the blitz and they had free rushers. Does Geno have an answer for that if they bring it? They're bringing it. Geno, what's your answer? Bobo's your answer. First down catch. Bobo still on his feet, still fighting hard. Bobo all the way down to the 4-yard line. Bobo just strong. Going down. There we go, Jake. Geno's got to get the ball out with that free blitzer coming. We saw earlier in the game he decided to try to hold it a little too long and not be as decisive in getting that ball out there. Decisive, quick, get it out, get it pushed. He did so there. Nicely done. And Bobo, what a nice job after the catch there. Not merely happy to make the catch. He gets another about 10 yards with some yak after the catch. First down and goal to go. Geno at the line of scrimmage here under center. The give is going to be to Walker. Walker drugged down for a gain of about 1.5 yards there. 2nd and goal. Logan Wilson with the tackle. Walker, 13 carries, 51 yards. Bengals have done a good job of keeping him. He's had some good runs, but they've done a good job overall in stopping the run for the Hawks. 2nd and goal, Geno in shotgun here. Bengals adjusting a little late after the play. And that was a little bit of a try of what we saw from that Giants game with DK, where he's in the back of the end zone. And they tried to late hands it there with Geno rolling to his right. DK almost able to make the catch there. Going back to it here again. Oh, just outside of DK's grip. Tough. We got a personal foul call against the Hawks. Jesus. Oh, Walker can't go low, I guess. 6 penalty for the Hawks today. Averaging 8 on the year. Is that not you're not allowed to do that? Interception by Geno Smith, trying to get it to Jackson Smith and Jigba. Into double coverage. Hawks are trying hard to get JSN featured in here, and it's not working. Goodness. Mumbles, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, as opposed to a healthy Mixon. Oh, yeah, I would agree. If you have a healthy Mixon, you're not blitzing him as much, Mumbles. But yeah, if you've got a less than healthy, you've got to do it, especially when he doesn't look super effective day. And they don't run the ball necessarily particularly well anyway, on top of that, I would say. So yeah, I would agree. And thank you for the double, triple donation today. So much. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, Pumpkin is unimpressed with the Hawks today. You unimpressed, honey? Are you impressed or unimpressed? Are they going to win? Can you give me a yes? Well, I want them to win. We want them to win. Yeah. She says, thank you, Jeffrey. She appreciates it. V-Ray has been a member of the Hawks Nest for 22 months. Thank you, V-Ray, for that long-time support. Says, I wish they would line up on the center and run the ball to allow those big boys to eat. Everything doesn't have to be disguised or finessed. Go Hawks. V-Ray, beautifully, beautifully said. I've been pointing this out a little bit in recent weeks. We saw it last week a lot. It's been a little bit, to me, at the head of some of the red zone struggles for our offense. And that is that we fall a little bit too much in love with throwing the football. It becomes this thing where we got to throw. And you got to go, no, you're down inside the red zone. Run the ball. You've got 2 second-round running backs. Let's try to use these guys. You know, I know you haven't run great today, but I do think you got to use that part of your team a bit and not just, you know, try to constantly throw, like you say, finesse everything a little bit. And that play call there was obviously one where Geno decided before the play started that he was going to throw it to Jackson Smith. And I just have to wonder if, you know, you're deciding to do that a little bit because there's this onus to try to get Jackson involved, which I want to get Jackson involved. But what's most important is for our offense to be at its most effective, not to get Jackson involved, especially when that comes at the cost of that. But I'm with you on that, V-Ray. You get inside the 20-yard line, now you got to start running a little bit more. You got to lean into that game. This is why you've got those 2 first-round running back or 2 second-round running backs. You know, this is why you maintain that balance. Ran on the cut. Thank you for the $5 donation. Says, intercepted. How about Trey Brown? Trey Brown made a great play on that ball. Very, very great play on that ball. Just good to keep his hands up. Sometimes those corners don't get their hands up to even make the catch. Was underthrown, a little bit like Geno, just underthrew to that defense. But nice to see Trey get his second pick of the year. How about that? Shotgun here for Trey, for Burrow here in the heart of his own end zone. Sorry if I can speak right. He'll get this completed out for about a gain of 7 or 8 yards here. Boy, you wonder too with going to Jackson Smith. Yeah, boy, they had everybody drop back in coverage there. That's one of those plays you just got to take the 7-8 yard in route that they've done throughout the day when they get in the second and long situations and then try to make it to a makeable third. Strange call there by Waldron. 2nd and 2. Seahawks showing Witherspoon up around the line of scrimmage like he's blitzing. Bobby's going to blitz now. Bobby in the backfield there. Ball is going to be knocked free by Devin Witherspoon. Good job by Devin Witherspoon there, coming up and rallying after the throw to knock the ball free of Jamar Chase. Bobby with a really well-timed blitz there. He was right back in the backfield there, harassing Burrow right after the snap. 3rd down and 2. Empty look here for the Cincinnati Bengals. Seahawks got a single high look over the top. Burrow looking around to his edges here. Keeping an eye on everything. Quick throw, easy completion. Seahawks in a zone-based defense there and just receiver sat down in the open spot in the zone for a first down. T. Higgins. Oh, Julian Love got completely turned around on that play. Holy mackerel. It wasn't even that crazy of a route run by Higgins. He just comes to a stop, and then Julian Love completely does a spin, goes in the spin cycle. 1st and 10 from the 22-yard line. Bengals back in shotgun with Burrow here. Play action pass. He is under duress, and he is going to be pulled down to the ground. for a sack. Looks like Jarran Reed got back there. Nice job by Jarran Reed. Able to pull him down there. Jarran making a little noise. Lost of just 2, but 2nd and 12 now. Nice job by Jarran. I think that's the first sack of the day for the Hawks. Second and 12. Give us inside here to the running back. Ooh, nice job by Quandre Diggs to get up into the hole there. He came up quickly and filled that hole. Looked like it was maybe going to be a little bit of opening up there for the back. Quickly brought down. 3rd down now. And 8. 6:53 to go in the 3rd quarter. Seahawks down 14-10 here to the Bengals. Trips look the far side of the field. One matched up with Jamar Chase to the near side. Little press look here from Tariq. There we go. Drug down for another sack. Draymond Jones. Defense starting to come alive now. 3 straight stops by the Seahawks defense here. And Draymond Jones with a little bull rush throws the guard aside and then gets it Burrow. Love too. The Seahawks had press coverage with Woolen and Jamar on the outside, and Woolen got a hell of a press into Jamar, completely threw off the whole timing of the route. Burrow looked to Jamar first. That was going to be his first read there. Didn't go to it because the press threw off the route. I mean, Jamar wasn't even into his 9 route by the time that Burrow was going to look to throw it to him there. DJ Dallas going to field the punt and get this up the football field. Still on his feet, way past midfield, and then all the way down to the 41-yard line to the Bengals. Nice return there and a great job of blocking there by the Seahawks to put the Seahawks offense back in a position to make some noise. And how about that Hawk defense? Answering the bell after 2 drives of 2 touchdowns by the Bengals. The last 3 drives, they have absolutely answered that bell and tightened things up. Big stop by the Seahawks defense. And DJ with a nice return there. You like getting that field position here. Let's get this momentum cooking here a little bit. 1st down and 10, 5:42 to go. Hawks on about technically the 43-yard line of the Bengals. Gino is going to call a timeout. Didn't like what he saw there at the line of scrimmage. Mumble said, thank you for another $5 donation. Says, a healthy Mixon versus hurt Mixon. Oh, my bad. Tried to make a joke. I'm sorry, Mumbles. I'm a little slow. It's morning time for me still, man. So brain doesn't fully wake up until the afternoon, brother. Thank you for the $5 though. And I get you now. Okay. All right. Healthy Mixon. Okay. I see what you did. Thank you, brother. You're awesome. For all your donations, man. Thank you for everything. You're like 4th donation today, brother. Appreciate you. Bubble Twist, 2370. Thank you for subscribing. Manuel Clark, thank you as well for subscribing. You too can join Bubble Twist and Manuel Clark. Help this channel grow. We're trying to get over 15,000 subscribers. So if you're not already subscribed up, please do get subscribed up. And if you could do me the favor, please as well, hit that like button. It does help me show up on other channels, other searches for other Seahawks content. I would really appreciate it. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, Gino is locking on to his first read all day. Definitely haven't seen him. You're right. That's a good point on your part, Snail. I don't know if I've seen as much of the multi-read progression thing going on here from Gino today. There has been a little bit of 1.5 or 1 to 2, but there's not a 1, 2, 3, 4 going through. And he's had some time where this offensive line has provided him some time to look through those reads. But I don't know that Gino's not been bad today. But I don't know that we're getting necessarily the best Gino, the version of Gino that we've gotten here in the last couple of years either. I think that's well said on your part. Nice notice. Very nice notice. And thank you, Snail, for your donations. Randall McDaniel, thank you for the $2 donation. Says that was a BS penalty. Changed the drive. Yeah, the chop block, I guess, by Kenneth Walker. I don't know. I don't ever see that called. I didn't know that I thought the running back could come through and do that. So I don't know, man. That it throws me off a little bit too, Randall, where I'm a little like, that's a penalty. It felt BS to me too, man. And it did change the drive because you go from being right there with the goal line to now you've got to, get the ball up there and try to press that throw. I don't think Geno's pressing a throw if you're in a different scenario there at second and whatever we were, second and goal or whatnot. Yeah, agreed, Randall. Very much agreed. All right, Geno back under center here. First down and 10. 3 wide, 3 tight end look, play action pass. Gonna throw it out to Walker. Walker, one hand stab, catches it, and then drugged down for a gain of about 8 yards. Nice job by Walker. Boy, he stabbed that thing. He had to catch that at like the tip of his fingers up here, kind of the Odell Beckhamish kind of catch on that one. Nice job. That was pretty. Second down and 2. Pistol formation read here from Geno. Hand off into Kenneth Walker. Walker dancing around the line a little bit, looking for his hole. Finally finds it there and gets himself a first down. First and 10. Let's go. Seahawks doing a good job throughout this game offensively of moving the chains. I don't know if we've had a 3 and out yet in this, maybe 1 3 and out in this game. I think for the most part, it's been consistent drives, consistent moving of the chains. Geno under center here. He's going to change the play at the line of scrimmage. Doesn't like what he sees. Drops back to throw. He's going to let this rip deep. He's got DK up there. DK tried to kind of get a play made there on that side. The ball got a little bit drifting to the out-of-bounds marker where there just wasn't really a play to be made. Yeah, just too much out of bounds. Geno had to kind of throw that out of bounds, though, too, because the safety's coming up over the top on him. And boy, DK almost was able to make a real nice play there. He's coming up a little bit slow there and grimacing. Second down and 10. Geno's going empty here. Bengals trying to communicate their coverages before the snap. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout. Bengals here, as there was a lot of miscommunication there prior to the snap as to what was going on and how they were going to do it. Randall, thank you for the $2 donation. So it seems like we tried to install a new offense over the bye. A little bit, Randall, yeah, a little bit. It's both the last 2 weeks. It's not that it's been bad offense. It's just been hard to quite get a true feel for what exactly offensively, where we're trying to attack, Where is it that Waldron thinks in these 2 matchups that you have your holes against the opposition? And it hasn't always been clear on that. Second down and 10 here. Empty look. Geno back to throw. Jake Bobo with the catch, and he gets absolutely domed after the catch. This is going to be a head-to-head collision here. Jake up there smiling. You ain't going to faze me with that hit. And the Bobo hype continues to just keep getting hotter. Tough catch, had to reach up for it, take the hit after the catch, helmet to helmet all the way. That's almost an ejectable play there. I mean, if Quandary Diggs a couple of years ago gets ejected in that Patriot game for a hit like that, how is that not one? I mean, he's leading right with his head in that all the way. So the Seahawks all the way down now to the 5-yard line of the Bengals. 4 minutes to go here in the third quarter. What's going on now? Officials just stopped the play here. And they're going to have Bobo come off the field to get checked for a concussion, I guess. Weird. Officials doing more of that, of pulling guys off the field to have them concussion checked, I guess. I don't even know why he's not even getting checked right now over on the sideline, so they're just pulling him off. First down and goal. The give is going to be to Walker. Walker dancing through tackles. Boy, beautiful run there by Walker to gain 2 yards. He had to get out about 2 tackles just to get the 2-yard gain. Second down and goal. I do wonder if this is 4-down territory here. Give is to Walker, just completely swallowed up by the Bengals defense in the backfield there. This will be about a half-yard negative play. Bengals defense is getting stingy down here by the goal line. Seahawks looked like they had it relatively well blocked up. Bengals just kind of all over it. Third down and goal. Geno in shotgun, dropping back to pass. And that's going to be knocked away. Tyler Lockett on a comeback route there in the end zone. 4th and goal. We'll see what the Seahawks do here. I would probably take the points here. It's not a good sequence of the last 3 plays. And the Seahawks struggles around the red zone continue here. One of the not least performing teams down by the red zone this year so far. And it's been more of that here today, where there just doesn't seem to be a real clear plan on what you're trying to do here. And that was never even partially open on that play. Jason Myers will come out now to attempt the kick, and he will send it up and through. So the Seahawks will inch a little bit closer, 13-14 here against this Bengals team. 2:24 to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, the red zone offense. I can't even, they did what I was asking them to do. They tried to run it twice, just no holes there. I can't even say, well, you should have done it. You did what I was asking you to do. It just didn't work, And running the ball today, you got to give the Bengals props. Charbonnet, 16 carries, 55 yards, 3.4 yard per carry average. Charbonnet, 2 carries, 5 yards, 2.5 yard per carry average. You've just not been able to really find any holes here against this Bengals defense, a team that was coming into today one of the worst in the league at stopping the run. So it's been a bit strange with that. 1 second here. I'll be right back. Looks like DK Metcalf is trotting off the field here. Not a good sign for us. Andrew Cat looks like a Bengals fan. Maybe so. Maybe so there, Rage. She's got the Bengals colors a little bit, that's for sure. She's a Seahawk. All right. Myers is going to kick this ball off back to the Bengals here. 13-14. Back of the end zone here. This will go back out to the 25-yard line. Yeah, he's reaching for his ribs. It's definitely DK reaching for his ribs there. First down and 10. Burrow back under center here. Rare time under center for him in this game. Skib's going to be to Mixon. Mixon able to fall forward for about 4 or 5 yards there. Uchenna Nwosu on the tackle. Brandon Taylor, thank you for the $5 donation. Walker is quickly cementing himself as a top 5 back in this league. Catching, ball vision, quickness. What a marvel to watch. Also, let's go Bobo. Well said, Brandon. Well said. I tend to agree with you on this. I think Walker has really shown himself to be a difference maker at the position. And we got Burrow and shotgun. I'll definitely still call it. Bear with me here. I'll get to your on the dono here. We got 4 wide receiver look here. Empty look now as the running back will go into motion prior to the snap. Burrow dropping back. He's got a lot of time to throw, a lot of time to look. He's going to roll out here, and he's going to scramble for a first down here. No pressure. A lot of time out there to get things down. Walker has been fantastic. If there's penetration, he's rarely going to get taken down the backfield. Like you said, the catching part has really come forward this year. He's had some tough catches, and he's shown that he can give you some great yak after the catch. Just the kid is, I think, a marvel to watch is a great way to put it, Brandon. And that he is a fantastic running back, and he's got so many different skills. He can run with some power. He's elusive as hell. He's got some great vision, like you say, the ball vision, just incredible. First and 10 here for Burrow now from the 35-yard line of the Seahawks. Play action pass. And a quick little pop pass out to Tyler Boyd for about 7 or 8 yards. And let's go Bobo, Brandon. How about Bobo in this game? And they're saying with DK Metcalf, it's actually a hip and not the ribs. So he will be questionable to return here. Second down and 3. 38 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Burrow and shotgun. Seahawks got a cover 2 shell look on the other side of it. Another give here to Mixon. Mixon will fall down about a yard short of the first down. Third down and 1. That'll probably be the last play of this quarter. Well said, though, on your part, Brandon. I think that Walker, the yard per carry ain't there today. There hasn't been a lot of yards to be had. You're just not creating any holes on the offensive line today in the ground game. But he's done what he can do with what he's been given this year at times. And that's been the case at times this year where the run blocking game on the offensive line has not necessarily always been at its best. But both with Charbonnet and Walker, they have been at their best and have been just tremendous help in the backfield and getting you yards where there isn't always yards there to be had. Random McDaniel, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, run a goal line under center with Disley at fullback. I'd like to see the live formation, maybe, Randall. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing that either. Because at least then you can get Disley in there to take, because what's happening is we're seeing at least somebody get in with some early penetration on these plays down by the goal line where you have the rest of it blocked up, but then one guy gets in on the penetration. And what that fullback allows you to do oftentimes is to catch that early penetrator. If the rest of the guys got it blocked up, then the guy's got the hole to get in there and make something happen on the ground. So, yeah, I think I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of that. They did it times last year here and there, Randall. They featured that in a little bit, but haven't seen a lot of it recently. That's for sure. Thanks, Randall, for all your donos today. Appreciate you. Jeffrey Thistle, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, how many more times can we stop Burrow is the question. Burrow scares me. Burrow scares me too. I think the defense getting 3 stops in this game like they have given the offense every opportunity in this game to go and take control and take hold of this. So it is going to be pretty tough as we go along. I think luckily you have put yourself in a position here to, whatever happens on this drive with Burrow and company, to still offensively come back in this game and put yourself within even a tie. So you've set the stage potentially for that if the defense can't hold the line here. But we're definitely asking a lot of this defense to get this many stops of a Bengals offense that is very explosive and very productive. He scares me too, Jeffrey. He's a good player, and he's played a good, absent that one throw in this game, 21-27, 169 yards. It has been a bit of a dink and dunk from his standpoint of it, but the Hawks have left that for him a little bit too, to be had. We'll see what they can do here. We got 3rd and 1. 4th quarter to go here, down by 1. It's like what we talked about at the start. You're on the road against a really tough playoff team on the road, 10 a.m., Get me into the 4th quarter. Give me a place and an opportunity then to go out there and take the game at that point, right? And that's where we do find ourselves at this moment. Thank you, though, Jeffrey, for all your donations and support to the channel, man. I do appreciate you. All right, Burrow under center here, 3rd and 1. Mixon in the backfield. The give is going to be to Mixon. Mixon's going to try to dive forward, and he is going to get torpedoed. And short. He's a little short. The Bengals with a very interesting decision here. I would estimate that they're probably going to go for it. Jaron Reed. Who was that? No, was that Brooks? Jordan Brooks with the play there. Absolutely great job by Jordan Brooks. Shooting the gap and upending the player there. Nicely done by Jordan Brooks. Fantastic. Just shot the gap and took Mixon right off of his feet. What a job by this Seahawks defense, as the Bengals are going to actually show punt. Watch for the fake here. Watch for the fake here. And the Bengals are going to punt this. Okay. Dallas will fair catch this ball at about the 16-yard line. 14:06 to go in the 4th quarter. Seahawks defense with 4 straight Bengal stops in this game. As bad as it might have looked in those first 2 drives of that Seahawks defense, they've done their part against this Bengals offense today, in my opinion. That's as well as you could ask for from the Seahawks defense. Yeah, defense is doing it. Come on, offense. Let's make it stand now. Let's make it stand. Well, folks, just want to let you guys know, too, we will be going up into the end of the game. Once we get to the end of the game, I'll be probably wrapping it up quickly at the end of the game because I'm going to be going over to the Bleacher Report. I do a post-game deal over on the Bleacher Report. So if you look down in the description section of this video, you can find a link that will be to the show itself. So a link to the Bleacher Report post-game show. You do have to download the Bleacher app in order to see it. I'll be doing this, it looks like, into the foreseeable future with the Bleacher Report folks. So we'll be going over to the Bleacher Report post-game. And then after that wraps up with them, then we will be coming back to the channel here for some post-game discussion, probably about an hour or so after the game or so. We'll be doing that over on this side of things. So if you haven't already, please download the Bleacher Report app. The link is right there in the description section here. I'll probably post it in the chat before we actually sign off today. But that'll be kind of the nature of the beast. So we got this stream, Bleacher Report for a half hour over there, and then we'll be back over here an hour after the game. And Herbicide, thanks for reminding me. Please do hit that like button too for me, if you guys could. I want to thank as well the sponsor of this show today, which is Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is going to be sponsoring the Hawks Nest throughout the course of this year. They'll match your first deposit up to $100 if you use my code NEST, which you can also click down there in the link. A lot of fun contests ongoing throughout the course of the season. $200,000 a week being given away by Underdog Fantasy. Join up today, support the channel, get an extra $100 in your back pocket on me, and go out and win yourself a little bit of money. Thank you to Underdog for sponsoring the channel throughout the course of this year. All right, what's Waldron got dialed up here now? What's he going to dial up here now? Ground game hasn't worked terribly consistent. Geno's been pretty good overall. First give here is to Walker. Walker looking for some room. Boy, again, not a lot of holes to be had. Bengals defense has been absolutely awesome today at stopping the run. Got to give him a lot of credit here, as this is a game where DK's back out on the football field. Second down and 9. Just Seahawks offensive line's not able to get any push. Plain and simple. Geno in shotgun. Empty look here for him. Drops back to throw. He's looking. He's going to get it to Jackson Smith-Njigba for the catch. Nice catch by Jackson Smith-Njigba. I think that's his longest catch of his receiving career so far here. It's like about a 15-yard gain. Geno with very good patience in the pocket. Fantastic job by the offensive line of the Seahawks to give him the time to let that throw get in there. Good little passing lane opened up for him. Jackson Smith, 34 yards receiving today. Geno back under center here. Three tight end look for the Seahawks. Parkinson goes in motion. Play action pass. He's going to look, and there's just nowhere to go. Geno's going to just try to run with this. Good decision by Geno there to take the 2-yard gain. That was all there was to be had. Nice job by the Bengals covering that flat route play. That's a play to go to Parkinson on a post-snap motion, and that's been open so very often for the Seahawks throughout the course of this year. And on that play, Bengals had it snuffed out right after the snap. Second down and 9. I got about a yard and a half there on that play by Geno. Geno dropping back to throw here under duress. And he's going to throw a pick. And the Bengal defender get up the football field here, and he's going to take it back. And Geno continues to have just a bit of a strange day here for him. He thought DK was breaking inside there, and DK is still on the outside there. He thought DK was going to continue to go through. Come on, Geno, keep your head, buddy. It's okay. Bengals take over here from the 34-yard line. Burrow back to throw. Throws it a little bit out of line. Boy, a rare inaccurate throw there from Burrow to Jamar Chase. Chase was open and just threw it outside of his arm there. Seahawks offensively, defenses have come to play this second half. Only 3 points scored here into the fourth quarter, and both defenses stiffening up here in the second half, making their adjustments. Second down and 10. Burrow back in shotgun. Empty look here. And Burrow again throws it to Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase wasn't even looking back for the ball there. Burrow a little bit. And Orlando Brown Jr., the left tackle for the Bengals, is currently questionable return. So that does impact the Bengals offensive line here a little bit now. Third down and 10. Very important play in this game here. Burrow in shotgun. Uchenna and Darrell Taylor on the edges. Seahawks showing a 5-man look here on the front with Bobby up around the line of scrimmage. Seahawks got a press look on the outside. Burrow dropping back to throw. Another missed throw there by Burrow outside of the arm. He trying to throw it to Irv Smith. 3 straight strange throws there by Burrow in this game. He's been very good, but just missed throws across the board here. 3 straight throws. Bengals are going to try for a field goal here. Boy, what a job by the Seahawks defense. Absolutely got to tip your cap. Tip your cap. What is this? The fifth straight basically stop. They're giving the ball with the Bengals deep in their territory. And you're going to give your offense a chance here. That field goal's up, and that field goal is going to be through. But absolutely, this defense has done everything you could ask from them in this game today, going against this Bengals offense. Tough first two drives, but they turned it around in a big-time way here. They're giving their offense, they're giving Geno Smith and company the chance here to be able to, find their way. We're going to need a touchdown here, that's for sure. Going to be a touchdown. Today, 19 to 27, 215 yards. Does have the 2 picks. Walker, 17 carries, 56 yards. I think a little bit of this is, you've gotten into that one-dimensional range, and the Bengals have kind of done to us what we try to tend to do to other teams, where we're gonna stop their run and make them force them to pass all day, and that's what they've done. And by doing that, you've had a couple interceptions you'd be able to cause by forcing us into that realm. So you got to give the Bengals a lot of props defensively for getting the job done and stopping the run, which has then kind of forced us into more of a one-dimensional role, Samuel Carlson, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, in defense of Geno, DK splits the blame on that. 100% agreed. 100% agreed. That throw there is not just all on Geno. DK comes to a stop. He's supposed to be running, it looks like a post route, and then or an in-cutting route, and just decides to come to a complete stop for whatever reason there on the play. A little bit of a strange effort from DK on that, where it's almost like he decided, I'm not going to be open, so I'll just kind of come to almost a stop there. And meanwhile, the Bengals player kept moving. Yeah, I think that's a very fair way of putting that, Samuel. I do indeed. Very fair. Hey, how about that, guys? We rounded out over 13,800 subscribers today. So thank you to everybody, all the new folks who jumped aboard the Hawks Nest today. Appreciate it. Appreciate you. Get that link here for you guys. Oh, yikes. All right, so here's the kick. And I'm linking up if you guys need the Bleacher Report show there. I'm going to pin that as a message here. So if you guys see that, that's just what that is. First down and 10 for Geno Company and the boys. 13-17 Bengals. Geno under center at the 25-yard line. Disley in motion. All right, yeesh. Overthrow there by Geno there to Noah Fant. And we've got a flag on the play. Geno has been hit a lot in this game. It's a little bit of a part he's had some clean routes, but when there's been pressure, it's been there fast and right in his face quick. And the penalty's actually going to be on the Bengals there, roughing the passer. I got to say, I don't really see that as a roughing the passer myself there. That's a clean hit by DJ Reader there. He went low. I don't know what you want the defensive lineman to do in that case. That's a benefit. We got a bump there by the officials on that one, because that's definitely one where I always go, that's bang bang, But we'll take it. Seahawks on the 40-yard line now. First down and 10. Going to continue to throw the ball here. Get it down to Parkinson. Parkinson's going to get knocked down, and we're going to have a holding flag on Kenneth Walker after the catch. I think. At least that's what the Bengals were signaling. Is that what they're calling? Did he hold him? Okay. Legal block on Walker there. 2 officials called it. Yeah, it's in the back. That's a good play. That's a good call on Walker. Gotta let that play go, buddy. Seahawks a lot of penalties today. 1st and 15. Tyler's in, Sean. Yeah, Tyler's in. All of our receivers are out there. DK's out there. Nobody's been injured on that front. 1st and 15, 11:13 to go. Geno dropping back to pass. Geno looking. Boy, Walker just making something happen when there looked like there was just nothing there. Got a gain of 4 there. Bengals are just dropping into coverage a lot of people, and you're seeing Geno looking and just finding nobody open. He's surveying, and it's Bengals defense is doing a great job of closing down those passing windows for Geno. 2nd down, 11. Quick throw out to Parkinson again here, and he'll be slung down after another very short gain, though this will make it into a 3rd and makeable. You had the Bengals bringing a little bit of a blitz there. Geno trying to get out to his hot route. Big play in this game right here. Big play in this game. 3rd down and short. 10:18 to go here. Bengals Stadium is trying to get loud for their defense. Geno in shotgun. 4-man front here from the Bengals. Dropping back to throw is Geno. Geno still dropping back to throw. Come on, Geno. Oh, jeez. He's just going to throw this one away. Nobody to throw to here in this second half. I mean, it's just a lot of stepping back and throwing and looking. There's just nobody there. He had some time to throw. Let's see here if there was anybody open. They're going to show us an overhead shot here. Nobody was open there. Jackson Smith and Jigba was open, but it didn't look like that was his first read on the progression. Oof. Tough. Offense rolling so good to start things. Like the Bengals offense, everything was just cooking, and then it just kind of came to a dead halt. And you've been unable to kind of find yourself throughout the course of this game. This kick is going to be driven out of bounds by Dixon at about the 18-yard line. And Radu, yeah, Drew Lock is injured. He's got an ankle injury, so he's not able to call upon him. There is no Lock as a possibility here. It's not happening. And I don't know if it's, I don't think this is all just completely on Geno in the performance today. Has he made a couple of throws that aren't the greatest? Yes. Has the play calling been great behind him? No. Has the running game been very solid? No. Has the pass protection been awesome? Not really. You got 9 quarterback hits in this game on 31 dropbacks. So 1/3 of the time that Geno's dropping back, he's getting hit. These things make the quarterback position hard to play. And if you think Drew Lock's coming in here and playing behind this kind of situation, what Geno's dealt with a bit today, and that he's going to excel where Geno's not, I'm not sure that he necessarily would be. I think that this is certainly Geno not at his best, but certainly there's other factors here at play that's part of what's made him not at his best, including the Bengals defense playing very well. Got to give them the props for what they've done in this game too to him. And power code, yeah, RD is the only reason we're not down by 20 right now. Agreed. They did their part today. Defense started rough, but they've done their part. And given the, 4 or 5 straight stops to the offense to go out there and make something happen, get a lead on this Bengal team, do something. We're giving you this opportunity, and And to basically now just keep expecting the defense to hold on is... There's only so long you're going to hold down a guy like Burrow. Robs, it is still winnable, man. This game's still right there for us to go get. But boy, this defense is going to have to it's going to take a Herculean effort from this defense here to make this happen. How about a pick six? And we'll skip right to the head of the pick six. Oh, that's the problem. All right. Burrow in shotgun here. 4 wide to start this off. Jamal on the blitz. We're going to try to run the ball, gain about 3 or 4 yards. Second down and 7 here. Empty look for Burrow. He's going to change the play. He senses a blitz coming from Brooks. Seahawks are bringing the blitz. Burrow's going to get rid of it quickly to his receiver Chase for a first down at 30-yard line. First and 10. 8:39 to go in the fourth quarter. Bengals up by 4. Burrow dropping back to throw, looking to throw it out quickly. Does complete it fast for a gain of about 4 or 5 to Mixon. Clock continues to run. 2nd and 5. Burrow dropping back to throw. Seahawks got some pressure. Boye Mafe slings him down to the ground. Boye getting some quick pressure there. I don't know if he was unblocked on that play, perhaps. Seahawks bringing a stack front, threw off the Bengals scheme, and yeah, the right tackle down blocked onto the defensive end and left Boye Mafe freed up. So the blitz nature of things, stack fronts, paying off right there. 3rd and 12. Huge play here, 3rd and 12. Burrow in shotgun. Bengals 3 wide receiver look. I think they were anticipating the Hawks blitzing there a little bit. They've got a max protect set up with only front 4 of the Hawks coming up there. Great job by Jamal Adams coming up and knocking the man down after the catch for a negative 2-3 yard gain. Hey, how about that Seahawks defense? Let's go. Let's go. And you see a little bit of the chess match there where the defense, where Cincinnati's thinking we're going to bring up a blitz. They have 2 running backs in the backfield with Burrow. They put him to the edges post-snap. They have a max protect and post-snap. Burrow's now looking at a lot of these guys dropping into coverage when he's got very few guys actually running routes. Great job by Clint Hurd on the call to catch the Bengals offense in a different place or a different state of what they were thinking they were going to get from him and his crew. But this Seahawks defense today, and a fair catch here about the 36-yard line for DJ Dallas. This Seahawks defense today has carried the water on the road against this Bengals offense, one of the better offenses you'll find in this sport. And they have absolutely given this Seahawks offense, who was scuttled after the first 2 drives all the way just about here, an opportunity to come back and win this game on the road. And let's see what the Hawks offense has in an answer here maybe now. But great job by the Seahawks defense today. Stopping the run as they've continued to do throughout the course of the season. Limiting the big play, making the Bengals earn everything they get. Shotgun look here for Geno. It's going to be a handoff to Kenneth Walker here. First down, Walker drugged down after about a gain of 3 or 4 yards there. Snail, thank you for the $2 donation. Says the Snail says the Prez is still an all-pro, haters. Let's go. Looking good on that tackle he did. Thank you, Snail. Appreciate you. All right, empty look here. 2nd and 6. Bengals showing a pressure-based front here. They're dropping out of it after Geno changed the play. Geno dropping back to pass. Got to up to DK Metcalf on a deep ball, and DK wide open for a catch. First down. DK getting up over the top. You want to press DK. Good luck with that. DK just absolutely beats his man off the press. And a nice throw by Geno to get it right on the button there. Good job by DK to whoop him off the line, though. He tried to press him, and he had him scrambling right after. 5:14 to go here in the fourth quarter. The Seattle Seahawks are on the 30-yard line of the Bengals. 3 wide receiver look here. Play action pass. Geno looking. He's going to try to scramble here, and he's going to. He's got some room. He gets down and slides down at about the 17-yard line there. First down run there by Geno Smith. Good job of giving some help there on the Disley. Got to get the star there. Disley took on Sam Hubbard there as almost like a tackle and did a great job one-on-one. Empty look here. Geno's going to try to throw this, and he's going to throw it at the feet of Walker. Just nothing happening there for the Hawks on that play. They've just kind of basically bailing out of the run at this point, and we cannot run against this Bengals unit. You would think this is probably 3-down territory for the Seahawks as it stands right now. They do find themselves in the red zone. 3 drives. They've had 1 touchdown, 1 field goal, and 1 turnover. Empty look here for Geno and the boys. Dropping back to throw, and he's deciding he's going to try to scramble this right off the jump. That was all the way he wanted to run that one, and he'll get a gain of 3 here. Yeah, you'd have to think maybe not 3-down territory. Hawks do have 2 timeouts, and the defense has played well. It'll be an interesting call for Carroll if they don't able to get this first down. You hope that he's probably told Waldron if they are or they aren't, so he knows what he's got to work with. Bengals are showing a heavy blitz look here. 3rd and 7. They're bringing it. Seahawks get it to DK Metcalf. First down. And inside. Nice job by Geno there, recognizing the blitz and getting the ball out of his hands. DK just running a slant off coverage there by the corner. Odd by Britt there to go on off coverage. Gave him that first down a little bit. First down and goal now. Geno in shotgun. Walker. Geno looking. Golly, why are we not even trying to run the ball? Just not even trying to run the ball. Why give up on it just completely? You're first and goal from the 5-yard line, and you're just we're throwing every time? Geno, you can't take that sack, buddy. Oh, man. Offense has been tough today. It gets going and it's kind of, again, an empty look here from Geno on second down. And again, he's going to throw it into the dirt here on Fant. This will bring up 3rd and goal. Whew. Jordan, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, I don't get why Pete, of all coaches, has this much trouble getting a team ready after the bye. Not sure. It has been a bit of a recent issue. I'd say the defense was ready today. and the special teams has been ready today, but certainly offensively speaking, it's not been as good. I think you're seeing Curhan struggling there at right tackle versus having a Lucas in this game. I don't think that Haynes has played his best today, and Bradford's kind of holding on there as a rookie right guard. And there's a bit of that going on. 3rd down and goal for Geno here in shotgun. Dropping back to throw. He's going to rip this into Jackson Smith and Jigba. And Jigba will take this down to the 6-yard line. And the Seahawks will be left with an interesting decision to be made here now, as it's 2 minutes and 34 seconds left. I would think that they're probably going to try to go for this. So you've got maybe not fully game here, but pretty close to game here if this is what they're going to do. Fourth down and goal. Seahawks, 2 tight end look here, 2 wide receivers. Charbonnet in the backfield next to Geno Smith. Geno dropping back to throw. Geno sacked. The 4th sack of the day for the Bengals. They've had 12 quarterback hits. Jay Curhan, again, giving up the pressure on that play. He's had his toughest days since filling in for Abraham Lucas by far. You don't really provide any chip help on that play from Charbonnet there. Seahawks get 3 stops of the clock here against this Bengals unit. So 2 minutes and 3 seconds to go. 1 timeout puts this baby to rest. Burrow's going deep and throws it out of bounds. 2nd down and 10. Mumbles, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, man, I feel bad for the Seahawks trainers. Got to figure out how to relieve the strain on the defense's back from carrying the team today. Honestly, elite D. The team's played with elite D today. You've kept this Bengals team where we've kept them at 7 points into this 4th quarter. 4 or 5 straight stops for the defense. As we finish, as we're at right now currently, even if they give up a 1st down here, they've still done their job. They have done every bit, and I think they've given you very close to, I don't know if I go full elite performance, but pretty close today. And what they've given the offense as far as all these opportunities from the offense today. And offense just has been unable to find it, especially down the red zone. Things just get very compact down there and tight, and they can't get it done. And like I said, I do think the 3 different linemen is that we have our 3/5 of our original starting offensive line are not in there kind of today. When you consider Haynes going to left guard rather than the right guard, they'd like to have Matt Haynes at right, or Bradford at right guard, and then you got Curran at right tackle. The Bengals have been able to take advantage of that today in ways that teams haven't in that 3-game winning streak. But yeah, you're right, Mumbles. Definitely the defense is they put the offense on their back today for the most part. And we'll see if they can get a stop here with 2nd and 10. Going to be an interesting call from the Bengals here too, as if what they try to do. All right, McDaniel, thank you for the $5 donation. Says, throw the mother effing ball, Geno. What in the F is he doing? Unbelievable how bad he's been today. I think you're pretty much right on button with that one, Randall. You taking these sacks down by the goal line at that point, throw it through the back of the end zone. Why are you taking these sacks? And Geno is just, I can't blame it on the injury. He's been uncertain today about where he's going with the ball. Has the Bengals defense played well on top of that? Sure. Has he been under a lot of pressure on top of that? Yeah. Has the running game not been there for you to call upon? Of course. But on top of that, he's not helped the team out with his level of play today. And he's usually been so heady and so smart in his decision-making, and a lot of times so decisive. Seeing him today so indecisive, so unable to find where he wants to go with the ball, has been very odd and kind of out of character from what we've seen from Geno. All right, Burrow back in shotgun now. 3 wide receiver look again for them here. The give is going to be into Mixon. Mixon is going to get it for a gain of about 4. This will bring up a 3rd and 6. What does Hurt do here now? Third down and 6, 1:53 to go here in this game. Seahawks with 1 timeout remaining after they just called that one. Burrow back in shotgun. Burrow dropping back to throw. He's looking. Woo! Nice job there by Trey Brown to knock it away, but we do have a flag. There's no way they can call that on Trey. Come on now. Come on now. Great play by Trey Brown, though. Burrow threw up a trust ball there to T. Higgins, a man who's got a lot more size. They're calling it on the Bengals, it looks like, according to how the Hawks are signaling it. Pass interference on the Bengals. They're calling on him. Woo! Let's go. Seahawks offense still gets a chance. And what a job. Brown giving up 3-4 inches there to T. Higgins on the outside. Able to get that hand up. Fight. Physical. Just staying with it. Fantastic job by Trey Brown. Great job by the kid there. What nice job there we go. Defense again today. Props to them. No room for error in a couple of these moments here, and they have stood up. 4th down and 6, 1:48 to go. Bengals kicking from about their own 4-yard line. Hawks will have relatively good field position potentially here. The kick is going to be away here, and Dallas will not fair catch it, but take it, and he'll get drugged down at the 40-yard line. So 1:39 to go. 40-yard line, Seahawks' own territory. You've got 60 yards to go. Gino and the boys, what do you got? Tough day for Gino. Under duress. Decision-making dodgy. You can wipe all that away right now. Wash it all away. Mumbles, thank you for the $2 donation. Says elite, period, defense, period. Won't accept any other title today. I'll take it, man. Elite. They will be known as elite evermore today for you, brother. Hell yeah. Gino in shotgun, 1st and 10. Dropping back to throw, hits Parkinson, drugged down there for a gain of 8. 2nd and 2. Gino back in shotgun, 1:25 to go. Bengals jumped off sides. And that's what I think we're going to get them at here. Alex509, thank you for the $2 donation. Says, game over, gents. On to the Cardinals. Not over yet. It's not over yet. And that will be an offsides penalty on the Bengals. So this will be a 1st down for the Hawks. Bengals defense has been on the field a lot of this second half. You can feel they're breathing heavy. First and 10. 1:19 to go. Just past the midfield stripe are the Seahawks. Gino back to throw. Come on, buddy. He's going deep. Tyler Lockett with the catch. Tyler Lockett with the catch down to the 10. 1st and 10. 1:05 to go. You've got plenty of time. Huddle up. You're okay. Huddle up. Get it all set. 57 seconds to go here now. Gino back to throw. Back to throw. Looking. He's going to roll out. Just throw it away. Almost intercepted. Knocked down the ground. 2nd and 10. Oof, that was close. 2nd down and 10. I'm nervous as hell here. 49 seconds to go. Right at the 11-yard line of the Hawks. They can still get a 1st down. The give is inside here to Walker. Walker, again, no room to be had there. Just about a 3-yard gain, as it's been today a lot. Just no holes on this Bengal defense. And the Hawks are going to call their final time out of the game. No doubt about it. You got 2 plays here. You can still get a first down, but you got 2 plays. Waldron, you got time to think about what you want to do on this sequence now. What do you want to do? Sanchez, thank you for the $2 donation. Says Gino Carrington Smith. He is him. Come on, Gino. You could put a bad day to rest right here, brother. You could put it all down right here. Nobody can say nothing if you can just get this touchdown here. Come on, team. 3rd down and 8. Gino trips to the short side of the field. He's adjusting his protections here. Bengals bringing a lot of guys up around the line of scrimmage. Gino's got to recognize there's going to be a free rusher here. Dropping back to pass. There will be a free rusher. He lets it go. Overthrows DK over his head, which is hard to do. Maybe that was Tyler that he overthrew there. With all those, there's got to be a hot route guy open there, and now you're bringing your, see the, no hot route receiver on that. 4th down and goal here. And that was to DK, but he just overshot him. Ooh-wee. Game time right here, 4th and 8. Make or break, do or die. Gino and shotgun, 3 wide to the far side of the field. We got a timeout here. Timeout by the Bengals here. Bengals wanted to see it here. Fourth down and 8. I'm sweating. Nervous as hell. All right, what we got here? Come on, boys. Come on, boys. What a game. 13-17 Seahawks. 4th and 8. Everything on the line right here and now for your Seattle Seahawks. Everything on the line here. 4th and 8. They've had tough time here in this red zone. Tough time getting things going. Looks like the Hawks are going to call a timeout now. Okay. Jeffrey Thistle says, $2 donation, never didn't have it. Don't know what you mean on that, man. But never didn't have it. Oh, let's go, brother. All right, Gino and shotgun. 3 wide receivers, 1 tight end. Dropping back to throw. Gino hit as he throws, and that'll be a sack, fumble, and that will be game. Too much pressure. Too much pressure. The Bengals got it all day long, and you just couldn't stop it if you're the offense. Seahawks will fall in this game. This was Bradford giving up quick pressure there. Both Hubbard and Bradford in there. Just Gino completely under duress pretty much most of the day. Had a tough day as well. Didn't overcome it, but had a lot to overcome with how this front was going. He was certainly indecisive at times and not at his best in this game today. That's for sure, being Gino. And the offense, boy, starting out so good. Everything cooking along so well. And then just kind of came to a complete stop, much like it did to the Bengals offense on the other side. It just came to a complete and utter stop. And I understand that there's going to be a lot of criticism to Gino, and we'll be talking about that in the post-game discussion. No doubt about that. I think we've got to look a little bit of the factors at play here beyond just Gino. I'm not saying the criticism of Gino isn't valid. It's valid. but your pass protection wasn't there. You're down 3/5 of your offensive line still here today, the way that this was structured. You had nothing as far as your run game goes. You tried to run the ball a ton with Walker in this game, 19 carries, 62 yards, 3.3 yard per carry average. Charbonnet, 2 carries, 5 yards, 2.5 yard per carry average. You just didn't have anything that you were able to bring in the ground game that would allow the Bengals to feel like that was a threat to them. And then you became one-dimensional, and then they dropped guys into zones, and they squeezed those zones tight, and Geno just could not find any holes to be had on this team to go after him in that part. So tough game. The one thing I think we can take as a light is the defense does seem like it's continuing to take some steps forward. The performance they built on off the Giants, it started out a little rough in this game with the first 2 touchdowns on the first 2 drives, but they stopped the Bengals down all the way through the rest of this game. I think, as Mumbo said, that's an elite defensive performance against this Bengals offense, holding them to this as they did today. They had multiple times that they were put in a position where the offense gives an interception, gives them a short field, or even down there where if it's 1 first down by the Bengals at the end of the game's over, and they gave the offense so many opportunities and chances. And the offense just could not make it stand up. Waldron and company are going to need to start finding some answers for down near the goal line. Because right now the plays being called and what's going down there is not working as it's currently formatted. This was an atrocious game down there. You don't run the ball well. You don't seem to have an ability. The pass protection seems to get worse at that point. Not a lot from Waldron today in the red zone as far as creativity and what he was employing to find guys to get opened up by what you're scheming up a little bit. There was really, none of that in this game today. I'm going to be going here in just a moment. We're going to be signing off here on the stream, and I will be bouncing over to actually the Bleacher Report. If you click in the link above, I've got it pinned at the top of this comment section. You can link directly to the show. I'll be doing it about 15 minutes or so here after the end of this game. I'll be bouncing over there, and we'll be doing a post-game wrap-up, and then I will be coming back here for post-game discussion after that point. So we're going to be wrapping this up pretty quick, and then we'll be doing 2 different streams. So do go over, if you can, to me with the Bleacher Report over there. You got to download the app. I will be doing this for the foreseeable future, these little post-game streams over there, but we will still be bouncing back over here to the Hawks Nest side of things after I get that wrap-up done over on their post-game side of it. Just a tough game. A game that I did have coming into this, I thought we were going to struggle to win this game. I thought it'd be a little bit more of a higher scoring game. I didn't see the defensive effort holding up like this on both sides of the ball like it did. But this is a good Bengals team, and they showed you why today. They're not just they're driven heavily by Burrow, and he does sink or swim on the back of Burrow a lot of times. But today it was really their defense that held the day for them. I mean, you got to give them the tip of the nod to that defensive performance from them, as they were all over that Seahawks offense throughout the second half, and then just not leaving much to be had. It was tough in that respect of things. Benjamin Greer, thank you for subscribing to the channel. Rich Off Grub, thank you as well for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate you guys jumping aboard the Hawks Nest. Again, I'll be bouncing out real quickly here for a quick half-hour stream over there on the Bleacher Report side, but we will be bouncing back over to here for a post-game discussion as well. Congrats to the Bengals. You guys won a hard-fought game today. No excuses given, no any of that. I think you guys just played a great game. We had an opportunity to take it from you, and we just couldn't do it. And your defense held up like our defense, held up, That is for sure. Brian, I did think Bradford was good too, except for a couple plays, Haynes definitely did not hold up at left guard like you say as well. That was pretty poor performance from your left guard today out there and what he was able to do. So it's not over though, folks. I know it's a negative thing. It's a little bit of a bad thing. You're 3-2, but let's keep in mind, we've got 3 wins in a row. We won coming in this game. We've got a defense that's turning around its fates. We got an offense that's going to get Abraham Lucas back. It's going to get Damian Lewis back at some point here. You're going to get a little bit better a little closer to full strength than an offensive line. Probably ends up helping this offensive line out, or helps out this offense in particular, just being a little bit more productive. But they've got to find some answers, especially for the red zone struggles. Defensively, Trey Brown got out there, had a pick, had the play at the end of the game that he knocked free. Him coming back now with being able to move Witherspoon in the slot and then have Adams in there kind of flowing around as he was. I think that's going to give you a nice mix defensively. And they did mix it up today. They were multiple. They didn't just show Joe Burrow the same thing snap after snap. They found adjustments to be made by Hurt into that second half, even after those first 2 touchdown drives. But it was a great job by the defense. There's some positive to take away from this. This was on the road. It was a tough game. But I don't think that this is a harbinger in one way or the other, or it means something from a finality standpoint on either side of the ball coming out this game. It's a long season. We're trying to develop. We're trying to get right. We just it's a process. We're not rolling right now where let's say maybe the Niners were rolling coming into this week. We're trying to kind of find ourselves. We're a young team. And in being a young team, it's going to take you some time at times and points to kind of find who you are and what you are and how you win games and what's your identity and all of that. I think the team is in the midst of sort of figuring that out. All right, I will be back with you guys in about an hour or so. We're going to go over here in about 15 minutes over to the Bleacher Report side. You can click the link up here in the pinned point or in the description section. You do have to download the app. It'll be a half-hour stream I'll be doing over there as far as a post-game stream, and then we'll be right back over here. I appreciate everybody watching here on the stream today. Sorry it wasn't a win, but it was some exciting action. It was fun watching this game as it ever is with you guys. I love doing this. I'm going to keep doing this every single week with you guys on it. So thank you to everybody, too, that got all the donations in. I hope I got everyone in there. Thank you guys for that. I really appreciate all those donos coming in. It was very, very, very kind of you guys. As ever, you guys are unbelievable in your support on this channel. No doubt about that. If you could, please hit that like button out on your way out the door. I will be back in about an hour and we'll chop up and divvy up a little bit more of this game and try to figure out what exactly was what and what the hell happened exactly and kind of make it all make sense, which I think we can when it comes to this game. My name is Brandon Kane. This is the Hawks Nest. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you're not already. And even after a tough loss, my fellow Seahawks faithful, please do not ever forget. I know you're licking your wounds, but we got a long year ahead here. We still got this year in our grasp. This is a young team, and with young team, you're going to get a little bit of inconsistency. Ride the waves. And eventually we'll be on the high side of this. I promise you on that. I appreciate you guys. Love you guys. I will be back in about an hour. But until I come back next time, please do not ever forget, especially after a loss, don't you ever forget. Go Hawks.